Previously on Curse of Strahd, aka Groban the Revengeance, the party had made their way along the old Slavic road, leaving the Sir Pool encampment. I said Tsar. It's all Russian. It's all Russian. As they crossed the bridge, they began to hear the howling of wolves in the distance, seemingly echoing throughout the mountains around them. They stealthily escaped their pursuers through an expert casting of Pass Without a Trace, and eventually made their way to just outside of Vilakie. It was there they met Esmeralda de Avenir, the apprentice of none other than Van Richten himself, with her cart broken on the side of the road. As they began helping her fix the wheel and get her on her way, they were besieged by lycanthropic entities known as Vargar. Combat ensued. Neodon almost died. They all contracted lycanthropy. But in the end, they were victorious. As they made their way to the gates of Vilakie, Esmeralda let them know that her master would be able to cure them of this ailment should they seek him out, as well as a brief meeting with the town guard, being allowed into the town proper after proving that Inigo was the son of Gerhard von Schrödinger. And that's where we'll be picking up, just as you guys have made your way past the gate.
So how come sometimes you say not to make a big deal out of who you are, but then other times you just flash a badge?
Well, it's complicated. Here, I mean, we kind of want to be on good terms with my father here, so we can get close to him. Plus, he's having issues, so if we help out with those issues, we can be pretty chummy with him.
Oh, I thought you didn't like him.
Oh, I don't. We can pretend to be chummy with him.
Does he know you'll be pretending that?
Not yet. He probably has been looking for me for a long time now, and he always was keen on raising me like the successor he wanted. So it's possible that he might still be that way, or maybe he's become more bitter with the fact that I've been gone for so long.
Maybe he has a new successor.
Brother or sister? That'd be interesting. Hopefully half brother, half sister.
Sounds like you're about to have a fun time there.
Yeah, we should find this Richtofen guy though.
Van Richten.
You're not very good with names, are you?
Well, I'm great with names.
I mean, we're not really having to find him. Esmeralda's taking us to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, her cart has gotten a decent ways down the road, about around over yonder. I'm gonna have to put a little tiny
She's
Esmeralda in there.
half a mile down the road, guys.
God damn, she's so quick.
She's just going.
This
She's
town is
moving.
4 miles across. This is a massive town.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. This is fucking gigantic.
It's bigger than Waterdeep. Like
Oh, is it
size.
actually?
The square
That's
footage
crazy.
of
I
this
think
town
Waterdeep.
is
I think
bigger than
Waterdeep is 4. I think Waterdeep is also 4 miles.
It may be wrong.
I mean, Waterdeep has larger.
I mean, Waterdeep
higher
is much
density.
denser.
Yeah.
It may be wrong because I don't know. It doesn't really feel like. I guess one house would have like over 400 feet to one side of it, maybe. Like a row house.
It depends if it's like. I mean, because these actually do have yards around them, unlike Waterdeep, and yeah, it's hard to say.
No. Unless we need to count that, doesn't matter. Then just continue following her.
Yeah.
You would see her pull off over this way in towards this sort of market / square area.
500 feet. 500 feet. Yeah,
What is this? A token for ants?
Anyone else have a weird hunger?
Ignore it.
I could go for some meat right now.
Very hungry.
I mean, I am craving raw meat right now, but
I'm gonna cast Goodberry and give us each a Goodberry.
Particularly meat, raw meat.
As you enter this area, it's actually, I'm sorry, it's not the marketplace. This is the stockyard. This
I will
large
drink a
stockyard
Goodberry. Drink?
has
Eat a
several
Goodberry.
locked sheds along its
Ooh.
periphery and lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse. A wooden sign above the front gate reads Arasek Stockyard. Parked at the south end of the stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon. Its colorful paint peeling off, faded lettering on its side spell out the words Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders, and a heavy padlock secures the back door. She would pull in her cart near it, which it would be right around over here.
Is this Rictavio related to the Van Richten guy?
She like sort of pulls the cart into position behind the other one. That is the name that he's been going by. Oh, no, she was a little bit more Barovian. But yeah, that was the name that he has been going by. But it is him nonetheless.
Does he need to conceal his identity a lot?
For his safety and also my own.
Then why'd you just tell us his other name?
Because you are not from here.
I mean, that's complicated in my case, but
Well, you're different, but them. If I cannot trust you, I can at least trust them. But you are half Ishtani, so I will give you the benefit of the doubt. And she'll get off of her little wagon train, head over to the one that you saw with the padlock on the back, and immediately unlock it. And it's like comically large, like it's way too big of a lock, and it'll fall down to the ground with a soft thud in the sort of muddy ground, and she'll swing it open. And as she does, a whole bunch of just smoke comes immediately, like billowing outward. And she starts like, ah, I thought you said you were going to quit. Baby, I will quit when I damn well feel like it.
Oh no.
Morgan?
I can only do so
Is that
many.
the guy that fought in the arena?
Sounds kind of like him, doesn't it? You watch as this much older, definitely whatever the Faerunian equivalent of African would be, with the sort of sub-Saharan complex comes out. But he's got what's the best way to describe it? He's got like the kind of like crazy pushed back gray hair that oh, what's the actor that's in Glass? Is it Samuel Jackson? No.
Yep, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, it is? Okay, yeah. So basically like Samuel Jackson in Glass, like with his hair kind of like up and back like that, kind of like blown out to the sides. It almost um he's got like this sort of like regular crazy look to him. He's got these really small circular like little spectacles on the bridge of his nose, but they're tinted like sunglasses. And he's wearing very like like a very vibrant purple suit with like little orange accents here and there, and like an orange ascot that's kind of like tucked in around like the open collar. You see strapped on his right hip what appears to be some form of firearm, and he just kind of casually leans over to his left on a cane that looks a little bit bigger than a usual cane, and he just kind of looks at all of you and, now who the fuck are these people supposed to be? They assisted me on the road, and require your assistance with having contracted lycanthropy. Right. And I imagine I'm having to do that for free
Well,
because you owe them.
Yeah, that's kind of what was agreed upon.
He just looks over at you and, all right, everybody step up, gather around.
Yeah, we're moving 250 feet towards him.
Yeah, 200.
Not across the football field to get to him.
Ha, ha, ha.
I don't even need to breathe. And this is too much.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you smell coming from the wagon what essentially smells like a combination of tobacco and marijuana. It's thick. There's like a thick cloud still kind of leaking out. And all right. So here's what we're gonna do first. He walks over to the side of the cart, and you see now, sort of from a distance, not as from a distance very well hidden, but up front not so much. These like little panels that when he presses them in, they kind of just flop out as like a little shelf almost. And then he starts reaching inside. He pulls out like a mortar and pestle, a couple of like glass vials and bottles full of strange different liquids. Pops open another one, pulls out some herbs and stuff, some plant like material, and he begins to just sort of go through this whole process, picking little bits of things here and there, throwing them in the mortar and pestle, grinding them up, getting another sort of like glass, I guess like decanter or something off to the side, and then mixing the liquids in that. And as he's going through the whole thing, at one point or another, he pops open a third one, reaches in, pulls out what looks like a bottle of whiskey, uh, uncorks it, pours like 3 shots into shot glasses that you previously didn't see there, and then he just grabs all 3 of them from like the top with his 3 fingers and his thumb, turns them towards you guys. One for each of you. You're gonna want that. You're gonna need it.
You drink it
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
immediately.
Yep.
He
Same.
just like has you hold on to the glasses. He keeps going through his whole little process, and eventually he combines the mixture of plant matter into kind of like a, what do I call it, like a sieve, and then he pours the liquid over it down into one last final bottle, sort of shakes that up, and then divvies it out into 3 smaller bottles, corks them, and then hands you each one. All right. Now this is gonna hurt like a bitch. So I suggest maybe biting down on something and try not to get infected again in the future.
I take a few steps away from Inigo as he says that.
Yeah, I would too.
What does that mean?
Here, I hand him a log or like a piece of wood. You bite on this.
You didn't see me bite anyone. You know nothing about me biting anyone.
Yeah, I think only Elena's actually
only Elena
witnessed
Saw you
this.
do shit, dude. You've been biting people all around all the time.
That's not true. You haven't noticed if you do that.
I think technically
There's no
Neo.
stealth check.
Well, okay. In combat, yes, you have been biting people in front of them.
Only
Yes.
once.
Only once.
In
So,
the last battle, we did it.
I may not know your
Well,
event,
And it
let
was
me-
after
but
you
yeah,
were
sure.
infected too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let me put it this way. Make Inigo. Not Inigo. Sorry. Neo. Make an insight check as to
I'm great at
see
those.
if you could discern the nature of his biting people.
Very good at those.
It could have been because of the curse. You're not sure. But he has
Pulling-
been bitey lately, so it would be enough to keep you away from him, but you wouldn't know why he's been bitey.
Yeah. He's the one who to bite me.
I'm gonna
Uh,
pull out one of my arrows and put it in my mouth.
okay.
Yeah, I'll
All right.
I guess take my handkerchief off from around my neck and like stuff it in my mouth.
I just drink it.
How are you gonna drink
You just,
past the
you just drink it? Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Alrighty. I need a Constitution saving throw.
This
Okay.
near Neo.
So yeah, you're all near
Neo
him.
said he
I
backed
was
away
away
from us.
from you, dude.
Well,
Well,
how far
20
did you back away?
I don't know.
More than 10 feet?
Yeah, would it have been more than 10 feet for them to not receive the benefits?
I don't know. It's up to Kenko at that point.
I'll say. Oof.
That's a 15 if I'm within range.
15. Okay, I'll say that you guys are technically within range. You just backed up a little bit.
Oh yeah, I like to say that my aura of protection is me actually looking down towards you, and with a judgment look, and that's enough to bring you to force yourself further, more than you normally would.
Uh, I don't know. Neo's 250 feet away from us.
Yeah, pretty far away.
God damn it. So you you all consume this, and it is awful. It tastes at first like really, really strong liquor, almost like that jet fuel esque. But then it sits in the back of your throat like almost like tar or something burning. It's disgusting, and your stomach immediately starts rolling. And even if you aren't normally a squeamish person, you feel like you just immediately want to vomit. You don't, however, and this sensation, this awful burning begins to go down and into your stomach, and then it sort of like passes through the rest of your being, and it quite literally feels like there is a raging fire within you coursing throughout your veins until finally, once it's gone to like all parts of you, your furthest extremities, does it only then dissipate, and you no longer crave flesh or have the need to want to violently scratch the back of your ear
With your leg.
with your leg, which you imagine would have been quite hard if you'd actually tried to do it. Um, and despite your faces all to some degree being very flushed from all this, you seem fine. And Henrikton will kind of look at you and, well, all right, looks like it worked. That's good. Would have been bad if it didn't.
That was awful.
I never upped my strength score.
Yeah,
I did because it was a big increase.
you all need to be careful dealing with those things in the future. Now, that was free and a favor to her as a means of paying you back. So if you want anything else to deal with lichens, I'm going to need the money up front.
Can I ask a question, or do I need money for a question?
No, you could ask a question for free.
Okay. We heard the wolves howls while we were going up the road, and I used the magic that's supposed to make it where they can't you can't be tracked. But then they still found us. Like,
Ah,
do they have magic to track people, or did they
I
just the
think
different ones find
it
us?
might have been two different groups of werewolves.
no. See, you had a run of bad luck. Strahd has, well, and he looks at you and and he's just kind of looking you up and down, and he kind of like gives like a little nod during this pause. Strahd has his knights, his Mondritter. Uh, they have a variety of other uninitiated lichens underneath them, and dire wolves and all sorts of fanged beasts. They protect the area in and around Castle Ravenloft. The Varger, those are lichens that have lost their sense of self. They simply just attack to attack. Um, they don't retain any memories of how they used to be. And you're lucky that you got cured because you would have turned into one of those mindless beasts. Honestly, you would have been better off if you got bit by a real werewolf. To a degree. But those things, they've been in and around this area for, well, the better part of the last year. There's a pack of them holed up somewhere. I still haven't found their den. Otherwise, I would have cleared them out. You probably ran into them as soon as you found Esmeralda here.
What was that strange thing that Esmeralda had that when one of those wolves bit her, uh, a silver ichor came out and just kind of dissolved that werewolf's mouth?
Ah, I got you. He goes back into the carriage and will come back out with uh, like a little glass jar that's been stoppered with like one of those wider corks, and inside you see what looks to be about 10 of these little silver pills. Um, he goes, these are silver nitrate pills. You ingest one, and you're good for at least a bite or two. But usually after the first one, they realize it's a bad fucking idea, so the rest of them back the hell off.
How long do they
Sounds
last?
useful.
Beyond the bite or two. I mean, like time wise.
Lasts for the better part of a day.
Okay. Is it an action or bonus action to administer?
You
God
asking
damn
him
it.
that?
Well, the spirit in the sky tells me that it might be a bonus action, though I'm not sure the words with which you use.
How much for one? Well, I guess
For one,
for some.
If you're selling.
Yeah, if you're selling them.
for these 10, it's going to be pricey. He just like kind of like is looking to see if that dissuades any of you, and then he goes, honestly, 500 gold.
Done. Actually, no.
Okay,
Wait, I want to insight check that.
Okay, done. No, wait, insight, please.
Yeah,
Done.
is
No
is
thought.
is he overselling?
From what he says that they're capable of doing, and he's the only person you've ever heard of having something like this. These are rare. This is definitely
Worth the gold.
yeah.
Probably worth a bit more than what he's charging, honestly.
It's like
It
50 gold each.
it potentially could be, yeah.
50 gold each?
Yeah,
Well,
500,
if
right?
it's 10 of
Well, yeah,
them, it's
Oh yeah.
500.
Yeah. Shoot. 1,250 minus 500. I can't math.
Maybe 1,250.
To
Is that what you
750.
said?
Yep, 750.
750.
Yeah, I gave him 500 gold.
I didn't know you had that kind of money, Inigo.
I sold the shit we got from the manor, the dead house.
I didn't know solving crimes did that much money. I should start solving crimes.
I mean, when you're a private investigator, when you're part of the guard, you make your paycheck. But when you're a PI, you just kind of charge whatever the fuck you want.
I normally get paid in like chickens or pies and stuff.
That's probably because you don't ask for money, isn't it?
That's probably part of it.
Yeah, but then there are people that don't have a lot of money. I'm not in the city much.
Sounds like you're one of them. Maybe it's time to ask a little bit more for what you do.
I'll add to my sheet silver nitrate pills.
Okay.
10 silver nitrate pills.
Well, as Esmeralda has already told you, my name is Davio Van Richten. Well, sorry. No, yeah, it is, right? Well, Rictavio is what he's going by here. No, it's
How does you ride it?
Rictavia.
Ricky.
Ricky?
He goes by Ricky.
Evie.
He does go by Ricky. Yeah, he'll say, but y'all can call me Ricky.
Oh,
Good
even
old
if you said you
Ricky.
didn't go by Ricky, I'd probably still call you Ricky.
Good. Yeah, I dropped the Van Richten name around here though because folk don't take too kindly. As far as they're concerned, I run a carnival.
How much is it to get into the carnival?
2 silver.
We should come back when the carnival's open, guys.
For sure.
Well, supposed to be having a festival in a couple of days here. That's probably when I was gonna open it back up again to the public. If you were interested in attending, that is.
Have you?
I would be.
Esmeralda said she hasn't seen them, but have you seen a large drunken, not drunken, but usually drinks Vishtani man with a little girl who likes to wear purple?
She has big hair and blue eyes.
Hmm. No, I do not. I don't recall an individual like that. I mean, I've met a number of Vishtani over the years, and a lot of them like their drinks, so it's kind of hard to discern them. And I feel like I would have remembered the little girl. No, what's his name?
Blutoe?
Pluto. Maybe? Yeah, no. Ain't ringing a bell.
Well, probably could
Worth a
ask
shot.
ask around. Also, probably should go to my father's and say hello, because I'm sure the guard is relaying information to him that I've returned.
If you're looking for a drunk Vishtani, you could try the Blue Water Inn.
That is where on this map?
That
Just point
is.
towards it.
Yeah, I'll point towards it.
Many miles away.
No, I didn't mean to ping there. Should be
It's only 2 miles away.
right over here.
Oh, it's only a mile and a half away
In a straight line.
in a straight line.
But yeah, you could try the Blue Water Inn. And you said you're here to see your father?
Well, I didn't like. We're not here to see him, but like I should go say hi to him since he'll probably eventually get word that I'm back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess you ought to do that then.
But thank you for the cure, Ricky, and the silver nitrate.
There's a question for you. What else is that cure, or is that specifically for the wolf bites?
Mainly works for the lichens. If you want anything for vampirism, as he looks over at one of you, I don't have anything for that. Unfortunately, that's beyond my mortal capacity.
Let's say a steak works just fine.
Oh, it does. It does. As he just kind of like pats his jacket near his breast pocket area.
Oh, thank you for the help. We'll go look around.
Yeah, and we'll be
Yeah,
back
if
for the carnival probably.
you are more than welcome. If you ever need anything else for hunting creatures, I do have some other stock if you're interested. And if you're as capable as Esmeralda lets on, might have some work for you.
Oh, now you got my interest. What kind of work?
Well, see, much like how Esmeralda is my apprentice, I was once apprentice to a gentleman that once called this place his home. I don't know if you heard the stories about the wizard that did battle with Strahd.
Heard something about it?
Well, I was apprenticed to him before I had met Esmeralda here. Number of well, no, that was a year ago. So yeah, a year ago, and he possessed a tower that he had constructed. Within it are a number of magical items and things that I would be able to use to better help defend the town. But I can't get in for the life of me.
Why is that?
Some sort of magic something or other.
Doesn't really narrow it down. What do you need it
I
to
don't
do?
have a mind for the arcane.
But, well, we weren't really planning on going out that way, but I guess if you're asking, we could.
If you're able to gain entry into the tower, uh,
We were.
God damn it.
uh wait, what did you say?
He looked at Inigo confused for a minute and went, I thought we were going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ricky would just kind of like raise an eyebrow at that and just go, well, anyway, if you can gain entry to the tower, uh, I would greatly appreciate that you don't immediately pilfer it and that I would allow you a selection of the items. Though there are certain things in there that I cannot simply give away.
Hold on a second. You trained or were raised up under this gentleman, correct?
Who was only here
Yes.
for a year.
Would you call yourself his servant?
The guy was not here for just a year, the wizard. The wizard was here for a little bit. It was a year ago that the battle happened with Strahd.
Oh. I thought it
Yeah.
said the wizard came a year ago and like
You have been to this tower before? I mean, when he was still among us? Dun, dun,
I'm gonna kill you.
dun.
Lucas.
I was.
And you're telling me that you don't know how to get inside again? You lost the key.
Well, no, because every time that I went with him to get into the tower, he would just kind of teleport us inside of the tower.
I mean, if there's
Can I
no
say-
lights
can-
inside the tower
Can I say
Sure,
and
go
there's a
ahead.
window, I can
Yeah.
teleport in.
I mean, if there's just a window, I can get in.
You're not sure either way.
Whoa.
Look, so close. Um, he goes, look, sometimes the tower had windows and doors, and other times it didn't. It depended on the severity of whatever was happening outside of the tower. He frequently teleported me in. And I mean, look, the guy was a little bit crazy. It's not like they didn't call him the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok for nothing.
Does that ring a bell?
Mad
The
Mage?
Mad
I've
Mage.
heard of a Mad Mage, but not of Mount Baratok. I've heard of Mad Mage of Undermountain, but
Yeah, that guy that owns the tavern went down there.
I don't know what an Undermountain is, but Sure, people called him the Mad Mage. Hell if I know if it's the same guy.
Was his name
Was his name
Hallister?
Hallister?
Hallister Blackfoot?
No.
No? Okay. Just
Oh.
same title, I guess.
He told me to
I
call
wonder
him
if they
Mort.
know each other. Mort.
Mort. Morty.
Yeah.
Morty.
You gotta tell us Mortis.
Do I know
Teleport us
anyone
inside
who's
the
named
tower,
Mort?
Morty.
I mean, he always told me to call him Mort, but a lot of the time when he'd go around talking to people, he said his name was Ed.
Mordecai?
I don't know.
Elminster?
Uh,
I don't know. Man told me to call him Mort.
Does Inigo have like a full knowledge of all the archmages around? All around all those?
Look, I'm an investigator. I need to know things.
He needs
I
to
mean,
know
to be fair,
things.
those two are like super famous in the
They
Forgotten
are.
Realms.
Well, alright, whoever they are, they're not around, or at least they're probably hiding somewhere under the waters, who knows? Well, I guess we'll take a look, see if there's a way in that you may be overlooked.
Could be.
Don't know when, though. Might be at any point. We'll come back.
We do have a inn to check out now.
Yeah, I think you should go talk to your parents, though, first, right?
No, it's on the way. The inn.
Isn't it outside of the city?
Isn't it like way down in the woods?
It's
A
like
little
where you
bit,
point
it's
yeah.
like this way.
Yeah.
So it's like go out
Yeah.
one of these gates. That's probably where these roads lead.
Shall
Look,
we
I
divide
need
the
to go
loot?
see him. I don't want to see him right away.
Do you want us to come with you?
I mean, if
do
we're
you
gonna
need us
offer
to?
our services to him, it'd probably be a good idea.
I don't know how I feel about working
Well, you
here
gotta
with
be
the fella.
careful with how you word that when you offer people services.
Yeah, I don't really know
In the
how I feel about
Feywild,
working for
yeah,
the big
but
ones
with
around here.
in here, don't really have to worry about that.
Look, everywhere I've been through so far, people with high power, they probably got it from someone or somewhere. So I don't really know how I feel or how much you know about your own father's doings. Maybe you're not letting out as much as I would like, but yeah, we can go there.
Yeah.
But if we would like to go do things around the city first, because it's closer, we should go check out the inn, see if we find the girl.
That's what I'm saying. Like if we don't go to the inn right now, we might miss them. So let's go now, see if they've been there.
Again, I look down to
So we can
the
get
other
the
two.
drink before we go meet family.
Thank you for the help, and to you, Esmeralda.
I think nothing of it. I was simply repaying a debt.
Careful with the rocks on the road. Don't want to break the wheel again.
Oh wait. Oh wait, you know stuff about hunting. Do you know anything about the Winter Splinter?
I mean, other than that, nobody has been able to make their way to whatever this winter splinter is, and that his forces constantly attack the western side of the village. I don't know too much. Seems to be some sort of plant creatures at his disposal and the occasional fey entity. But fey aren't really my speciality. I deal more in monstrosities and beasts. Undead as well.
Okay. Well, thank you anyway. I'll follow them to the tavern inn thing. And Nico just ran a quarter mile.
I just ran a full mile.
And, as we were going there, can I say something to Elena? as a
Yeah.
reminder. Elena, do you really have a? Do you really need to go see this Winter Splinter?
I mean, I'm supposed to give him a message.
It whoever gave you this quest to give this person or this entity this question may not have the best for you in mind if he really wants you to
No,
go
he's
that
my
route.
friend. He's from home.
Elena, I've been all around Barovia in these few years, to Mount Bretok, down to Mount Gakis, but south of Kresk, where wherever the Winter Splinter power lies, nobody's allowed there or nobody's advised to go there. Things there are very bad.
I mean, that might be true. I believe you, but I mean, no, I've known Snacks a long time. Like, I didn't know who Winter Splinter was till I got here, but I mean, I still don't. But yeah, if he told me to deliver the message, I need to do it.
It would be dangerous. But if you really intend to go that way, and if we ever find a way to stop whatever's going on down there, and if you want to, I'll keep along, even though it is quite dangerous. Just remember to be careful and maybe not trust everybody as much.
Yeah, but I mean, this isn't just somebody, and it's not somebody from here anyway.
It could be that they don't know. It doesn't hurt to remember that though. Anyway, there's the inn.
Yeah, this is the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give me
Jimmy the
the
Rat.
Give me the rat.
I love him. He's the best. I definitely don't hate this character that I came up with. I definitely don't despise him with every
Why would
fiber
you
of my
hate the
being.
It's
character?
pitch black.
Kinko,
Down
whenever
here.
whenever this cave in are in meta, you need to make that character there.
Like
We
the
can't
bottom
see where
right
you're digging in
corner.
darkness.
But
Oh, bottom right. There you go. Neo's over in the right spot.
I'm tiny.
Oh my god, why are
Why are
you
you
so
so
small?
small?
Send
Hold
help.
on.
Enlarge. Can I cast enlarge in her?
Someone cast reduce multiple times on me.
Where'd you go? Where'd you put it? Where'd you put it?
It's right next to here. I moved him next to
Oh,
Neo.
okay, hold on. Oh god, that was terrifying. Too
I have
small.
to resave that. Let me resave that real quick. Don't know why that's a thing.
It's probably because of the former map.
You can name your
Yeah.
village.
uh,
Go on then, prodigal son.
See gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building with a stone foundation and a sagging tile roof upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall.
Used to come here a lot when I was younger.
Yeah. Do you know the people around here?
No, it's been too long.
I thought they. Never mind. Let's go in. Is there anything else King could do?
No, that's it. You can go in.
I'll probably know people's parents, but not the
Cheese
guy.
legs is here too, but I cannot move him.
Okay, as you head into here, yeah, I don't know why it stops you from having access to the horse. It's fucking stupid. Damp cloaks hang from pegs in the entrance portico. The tavern is packed with tables, chairs, and narrow paths meandering between them, as there are many folks gathered in here. Bar stretches along one wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging from above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques.
Now here's a Kinku question, Kinku. How mad would you be if the players went on to talk to everything else besides the characters that have like this very specific, more detailed tokens?
It's fine. You could talk to whoever you want.
I know.
Do I recognize the barkeep?
The barkeep.
She
How
looks
old
old.
is she? She's older. Make
You want to talk to
a
this token?
history check. Oh my god, you could see the sea?
I can see the sea.
Yeah.
Don't worry
At
about the
20,
sea.
let's go.
Never mind about it.
Okay. Give me a moment. I just need to look and make sure how old this chick is.
That
Danica.
weird sea-looking person just cast invisibility on themselves.
Or they teleported. We don't know where they went.
Yeah, you remember her.
This is not
That is Danica Durovka, and she is the. She is. If I'm looking at this right, let me hope that I am. I believe she is the Burgermeister's wife.
The
The
local
Burgermeister?
Burgermeister or the
The
other?
local Burgermeister,
Okay.
the one for each one has one.
The Burger King.
There's
The
multiple
burger,
The local Burger King.
yeah. Wait a second.
I wonder if this Burger King has a playground. The last one didn't.
Oh no. Sorry, that is the wife of the owners of the. She owns the inn. Sorry.
Alright, we're waiting here too long. I'm gonna go to the
I'll go up to the
bar.
Danica, how have you been? It's been quite a while.
Nico, is that you?
Haven't aged a day, haven't I?
No, whereas I have grown old with age.
Oh, you look fine. You've aged nicely.
Oh, well, you are as sweet as you always have been. I am surprised to see that you have returned here.
I was planning on waiting a bit longer until I was a bit stronger, but unforeseen circumstances drew me back.
And what would those be, if you don't mind my asking?
Old friend from the Vishtani abducted us and brought us here. I could leave, but then I'd leave my friends behind.
Hmm. And you would doom them to a fate worse than death. It is wise that you have decided to stay. Things have changed much since you have last been here. The devil has gathered his armies. He is planning for something. You know this, don't you?
Yes. Heard tale of what he plans to do.
Well, you want something to drink?
Of course.
Very well. Wine or ale?
Ale.
I'll have some
Whatever's
wine.
stronger.
Very well. She will quickly turn to the large keg behind her, immediately pour you an ale, and slide it to you, Neodon, and then she'll get wine for you. Why am I blanking? Elena. And would you want wine too, Nico?
Yeah, I said I'll have wine.
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't hear that for some reason. Yeah, she'll get you wine too.
I'll drop a gold piece on the counter.
Alright.
I'll do the same because that's what he did.
So I imagine you will probably be trying to visit your father, but besides that, what brings you here to Vilakie?
We are looking for a little girl who has gone missing in Morovia. She was last seen with a larger Vishtani gentleman by the name of Blutoe. And
Blutoe, and she just spits on the floor. That drunk owes me a great debt.
I'm guessing you've seen him.
He has been in the town for the last few weeks, or the last week, I believe. Yeah, the last week.
You know where?
He goes to and fro. I have seen a little girl in tow with him. Last I heard, he was going to the lake to attempt to catch fish to sell at the market as a means of paying back the debts that he has incurred since he has come to be here.
How much of a debt we're talking?
For me, 20 gold. To my husband for his room, another 10. And apparently he got in some trouble with some local toughs playing dice, and he owes them about 50 gold.
Ooh. They're Eddie, kind of the same back from when we were kids. I'm sure he's in a lot of trouble.
Oh yes, they said that they will break his kneecaps if he does not pay by the end of the week.
Well, that's his problem. We're looking for the girl, not him specifically. Break his Nico.
That is Nico kneecaps.
Well, if I think we can. If he's gone down to the lake to go fish, I think we can keep my father waiting a bit longer. Make sure we can get him before he wanders off too far.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I hope that you are able to find the little girl.
Right, and I'll down the wine glass like it's a shot.
Jesus.
Mm. Oh, that's good. And I drink some coffee. No!
You drink nothing!
Yeah, he doesn't know until the next time he goes to take a swig.
When one single drop comes out.
Do you have rooms here? You mentioned. What are the prices? Also, do you have a stable?
Yes, we have a stable and rooms as well. The rooms will cost you, believe it is, hold on, 5 silver a night. 6 for the use of the stable, so an additional silver piece for that.
How the hell did he rack
Yeah.
up 10 gold worth of debt from that?
So he's been here for a few weeks.
I suppose.
He has been to and from, and every single time that he is to pay, he leaves and goes back to Barovia.
Oh,
And with the Vargar attacking, we cannot send someone after him to collect the debt.
well, we can do that for you. After the girl, anyways. That sounds malicious. We're looking for her, for her mother. She ran away from home. We're not after the girl to kidnap her. We're trying to get her home.
I
You're
would
making
hope
it
so.
sound even worse with how defensive you sound, Nico.
I wasn't sounding defensive. I was just, it just clicked in for me that just saying we're after the girl, that sounds kind of bad. Not good optics.
Not good optics.
Like, I gotta build up my reputation as a private eye here. I haven't done that yet. I can't be like, oh yeah, when I'm looking for someone, I'm after them. I'm not like just looking for them. Yeah. But yeah, we should probably go get Blutoe.
Besides that, is there any help that you need?
Nothing that I need any assistance with.
Is there any place around here? I mean, yeah, I've been here before, right, Kinko?
You have, yeah.
Is there any place that we can find like jobs and things that people need help doing?
Yeah. There's like a notice board in the market area where you'd be able to
Find
find some
Witcher
stuff.
contracts.
Yeah, that could be
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Find Witcher contracts, of course.
You never know what kind of side quests Kinko had planned out, if any, or if it's just gonna make something up on the fly. I don't know. You can
Never
go there. You
know.
can go there. You might as well be empty. I don't know.
Could be. Might be. Never know.
Well, Inigo, we now know where this one has gone to. We can go after him, or we can go see your
I
father.
said we're going after him. I can keep my dad waiting a bit longer.
Very
Yeah,
well.
don't think he's too excited about going there.
I have 17 health. Do you want to go outside again?
I guess we
No,
could
I
wait an
will.
hour, do a short rest here,
Sounds
get
good
some
to me.
food.
Okay, okay. So you're gonna effectively take a long rest here then?
Short
A
rest.
short rest, right?
Oh yeah, short rest. That's right. I'm sorry.
You're forgiven.
No, you.
Yeah, I guess tell Danica about how we met and our adventures in Waterdeep and the outside world beyond Barovia.
Hmm.
And probably get a bit of a recent history lesson on what's changed and whatever.
Yeah, she would say, well, as you know, he's gathered his forces. His general Zelant is fighting the Mad Abbot of Kresik. It has not been going well for either side. The abbot seems to have an infinite number of mongrel folk at his disposal. These strange abominations, part human, part animal. They seem to be psychotic. I don't even think the purpose is for them to battle. They very rarely manage to down any of his spawn, but when they do, they tear them apart limb from limb. Things have sort of been at a standstill with the city under siege, well, the town under siege. Though, with multiple attacks made against the abbey itself of St. Markovia, none have yet to breach its walls, for the hallowed ground prevents the vampires from entering. To the southwest, there is this winter splinter, and the soil and forests have changed, taking on a Feywild-like appearance. Strange mushrooms and creatures of plant variety coming to life and attacking any and all that dare enter its domain. Though it is rumored that Winter Splinter itself is on Yeaster Hill. Um, of course, the incursions from the forest do test our borders. The Vargar have a den somewhere nearby and have been attacking us from the east. As for what goes on in Ravenloft, one could only guess. Your Lord Father has his men protecting us from the Vargar more so than the plants, because I guess he does not wish to lose his supply of blood or his loyal subjects. She says with disdain. Um, and as for what happens in Barovia, I do not know. We have little news from them. Only the occasional Vishtani coming from the Serpool to speak with us.
Well, the town was recently attacked by Winter Splinter too. Yeah, we helped fight that off. The Burgermeister uh, must have, at one point or another, accidentally let Strahd inside. I wouldn't say Strahd. Let the devil inside, and he had an irrevocable invitation inside for a long time until the old Burgermeister finally passed, and now the daughter is no longer being plagued by him. At least for now.
See.
In
Well,
1 hour,
that is unfortunate.
in 1 hour, all our wounds just magically heal for 100 points of damage.
Only about 2/3 of mine because I legally can't roll anymore.
It was lovely catching up, Danica. We'll probably be back at some point. Well, if we,
I'll
we
have had
get
another
if we get
wine during that
Blutoe, we'll
time.
definitely be back. We'll probably be staying the night here too. Who knows?
Very good.
Does he
We
have
can
blue
always use the
toes or something?
business.
Is that why he has that name? Or its toes blue?
It is Bluto.
With a P.
Yeah, Bluto.
With a P. Pluto.
No,
Oh,
it's
Bluto.
Bluto. It's
Oh.
Bluto. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
like
quite
the bad
literally
guy
is.
from Popeye.
Oh, shit! I thought it was Pluto.
Gorsh, Mickey.
That's goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get to the lake.
In this hour that I've been here, these two funny fellas have not done anything weird, right?
Which funny fellas?
The ones that are
The only two unique icons that
you know,
aren't Danica.
unique icons that maybe have something that's about to happen.
They
I
have a
don't know.
side quest.
Oh, those two? Those are okay. All right. So I see the problem here. So those two are the Voctor twins. They own the Blue Water Inn. Danica doesn't own it. I'm sorry. She works here. But her husband is the Burgermeister. And her kids work here as well. Bray and Brom.
These two guys then.
No. Those two, oh god, who the fuck are they again?
I don't know.
They were talking to that guy that looked like a letter C.
They were
Yeah.
not talking to the letter
This
C,
is not
god
a
damn it.
C.
Yeah. Those two, they haven't, these two right here, the Voctors, they haven't said or done anything. If anything, I would say they're younger, so like you wouldn't recognize them in the sense of you know who they are, but they dress a lot
They
like
probably look similar to someone I knew.
like their father or their grandfather probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Danica has always worked here even before she married the Burgermeister, which that's my bad because when I open her sheet and I go to look at the thing, it says that she's the owner of the Voctor house, and then it goes right here in the Blue Water house. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. Holy shit. I see it now. I see the problem. Okay.
One's the Voctor house, and one's the Blue
Yeah.
Water.
Those two own the Voctor house. She owns the Blue Water with her husband, who is the Burgermeister. There you go. Fixed it.
Very good.
What's the
I'm done.
Voctor house?
The Voctor house. What is the Voctor house?
Is it another like inn?
I think it's the only other inn in town. Yeah.
And they're just like hanging out at the other
Yeah,
end.
this one.
Better drinks.
It's cheaper.
Well, this one's a tavern, so it also has a bar. If the other one's an inn, it might not.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The other one is simply for people to stay in. So, can you stay at this one? Let me look at the rest of the map.
All right, let's retcon a lot of shit now.
I mean, if it's the Blue
Real
Water
quick.
Inn, then it's
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
So they have rooms for rent here. But the Wachter House is the bigger one that
just a
has more
boarding
rooms
house,
for rent.
basically.
It's a boarding house. There you go. That would be the more accurate way to describe it.
Very well.
Yeah.
Right, but that's those two, right? What about these two at the top here?
Yevgeny and Solzadar. Let's see.
Are they just
Let's see.
hanging?
I think they're just chilling, but let's check. Oh, they appear to be local hunters.
Oh, good. One of the questions that I had to her, I can ask them. I would like to, as we are, I guess, finishing our day, just finishing talking. I will just get up and come over here, just standing by the table, and I'll just say, "Hey,
Hey.
Hail!
you two seen from around here? What kind
That
of
we
what kind of game is on this woods?"
the two will look at each other and then they'll look at all of the many wolf heads that adorn the walls and look back at you. I hope you like your prey with fang and claw.
Are wolves the only thing that prey around here?
There is deer as well, and the occasional boar. But with the wolf packs in the area having grown more bold, it is harder to find good venison. So instead, we hunt the wolves.
They still have good meat. That's a wise choice.
The market will pay considerable money for their pelts, as well as the Burgermeister has a going reward for wolf heads. It is a way of letting the people know that things are okay.
Plus, it
What's this
helps the
reward
ecosystem a bit.
for wolf heads?
The Burgermeister is paying a gold per wolf head.
What about the varger?
Considerably more if you are keen enough in your fighting sense to be able to take one down. I believe last I saw it was 5 gold, was it not, Soldazar? No, no, Yevgeny. It is 10 now.
Does it require any proof?
Well, you would bring the head with you, would you not?
Turns back into a human, doesn't it?
That's true, it does, doesn't it, brother? Uh, Perhaps you can find a way to make it still look like Vargar. Or who knows, maybe the Burgermeister will take human heads
For 10 gold apiece.
for 10 gold apiece.
That's a odd way to say it, but yeah. Well, if you're interested in some free gold, there are 5 of them outside the town.
They kind
Thank you,
of like share a look with one another.
thank you for the advice, though. I'll just say to them there. I'll wait outside.
Anytime.
All right. That was the extent of it.
Very well.
I'll stay with cheese legs. Hello, cheese legs.
I love cheese legs. Squeeze me. I'm just doing a little thing real quick.
What was the name of the girl again they were looking for?
Her name is
Gertruda.
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 Good old Gertruda.
Did she ever say that she was gonna pay something for it? Her mother, that is.
Oh, Mad Mary.
Yes.
No, we just said we would help her.
Yeah.
So if there is any kind of reward, it is unknown to me. Very good.
Essentially.
Yeah, and you were looking outside while we were talking to her. Also, I believe.
We were all inside.
But yeah. Oh yeah, you did go inside. Yeah. Good old cheese legs.
Sorry, let me move the map. I was taking care of a little something. Little something, something. The lake. The lake is to the north.
We're going to the lake. Lake Zerovic.
Old Slavic
The
road.
old squalid road.
The squalid road.
Can we pass by the notice board before we go up?
Sure. The notice board actually would be down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can detour that real quick.
So let's take a look.
Okay.
You know what? Y'all can go ahead north, and I'll just go on horseback down there, and I'll meet you guys at the top. Actually, you can, if you want to run that far, that fast. Because I think both of you can run pretty fast, right?
I mean, I can run not as fast as Inigo.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, alright.
I can
65
run.
feet of a turn without dashing.
Yeah, I only get 35 without dashing.
We're pretty much in the same boat.
If I do a spell, I go 55, but that only lasts for a minute.
Up on cheese legs, we'll go faster.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get on the horse.
As you head down towards the market square, the shops and homes that enclose the town square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children wearing crude plaster donkey heads. In the center of the square, donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. The Burgermeister.
The Wolf Head Jamboree? Is that what you said?
Yep, the Wolf's Head Jamboree.
Hmm. Maybe that's why he wants to buy wolf heads.
You eventually find your way to a notice board not far from the crumbling well with a number of post-its, posted adverts and requests.
Take a look. See
One
if
of them
Kinko has
tells of a
anything.
card game called Gwent and how
I have to start building up my deck now.
you got to start building your deck. You got to find the cards. How about a round of Gwent? Um,
A guy with cat
no,
eyes ambushes you from the bushes.
never should have come here.
No, he asked you to play Gwent.
Yeah, he'll ask you to play Gwent, and then when you say no, he goes,
No.
"How do you like that, you piece of filth?"
How do you like that silver? I'm human. You're using a steel sword.
um, so you would see, let's see, oh boy, so you would see the largest of the adverts being more of an official sort of um, uh, proclamation from the Burgermeister that is effectively calling for wolf heads, and it seems that the prices have gone up from what the men have told you. That it's 5 gold a wolf head, uh, and that these are required essentially for the Wolf's Head Jamboree, and that you will be paid 10 gold for a Varger head, but an intact Varger head. Uh,
Oh
which
yeah, oh my god.
you're unsure how that would work.
We need to cut their heads before they die, maybe.
Could be. You don't know. And let's see what else. Uh, an advertisement saying that if people need places to bed and sleep, to go to the Wachter house. One, it's an older and faded one for a discounted night for a previously passed function at the Blue Water Inn for beverages, 5% off. You would see what appears to be there's a request um, asking someone to venture into Mount Baratok, uh, onto Mount Baratok, to find a misplaced family heirloom, as well as uh, another one that seems to be kind of like a call to arms. This one being from, you would recognize the symbol that Inigo, the little badge or button that he carries around of what appears to be a cat that is simultaneously alive and dead. And which I guess the best way to describe that is uh, one part of the cat that's like sort of faded in the background is like a skeleton. So it almost looks like a cat with 2 heads. So there's like the skeleton cat and it's like little skeletal tail in the background. And then the other cat in front that's like more alive and alert. Um, I'll have to draw it one of these days. And that is essentially calling for any people in the town that wish to join, sort of like a militia of sorts to defend the Western Gate from attacks from Winter Splinter, and how that they would be paid 50 gold a month for their service.
It's a lot of gold.
Yeah, it's a lot of gold. It does say in bold lettering underneath, survival not guaranteed. So, yeah.
Is there any other thing about the misplaced family heirloom?
It would say that the misplaced family heirloom, uh, it's an old family sword, belonging to, uh, oh, a Magoof. It belongs to the Wachters.
The doctors.
Yeah, apparently the Wachters of the Wachter house, they have misplaced their father's family sword, and that it is last seen at a hunting camp of theirs on Mount Baratok.
Where's Mount Baratok?
Mount Baratok is to the north. Hold on, I will move you.
How do you write Voctor? Is it VOKTORS? Is that how it is?
Lake Baratok.
It's spelt Watcher, but it's pronounced Wachter,
WA? Oh,
like
Watcher.
Watcher. Yeah.
Gotcha.
There, I think that's how you spell it. Wachter. Should be.
But no specifics.
No, not a lot of specifics. Mount Baratok. Ba, 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 ba. You
I'm assuming
do
it's up here by Lake Baratok.
Mount Baratok.
Oh, Mount Baratok. There's a arrow pointing up off the map.
Yup.
Into the
It's
void.
from so these streams that flow down into Lake Zarovich. It's elevating up to a mountain, so it could essentially be the mountain anywhere along the northern part here.
Okay.
But I will say that they're more specific that it's on Mount Baratok to the north of Lake Zarovich, so somewhere probably in and around over here, or well, technically anywhere within this area. Move the little Elena. Oh,
Alright, I took a note of it if we ever go to Baratok.
very good.
It doesn't mention any rewards, does it?
Yeah, it does. I'm sorry.
Wait, $1 billion.
No, it looks like they're willing to pay 300 gold for the safe return of the family heirloom.
Very well. Now, Inigo, you've lived here before. What's with the donkey heads?
Yeah, voice in the sky. What's with the donkey heads?
This is new to you.
Oh, it wasn't like this last time. I mean, it's been
Maybe you're
a few decades since I've been here, so bear in mind he looks mid-20s.
Right. Uh, you know what? I'll approach one of the people with the donkey heads.
Okay.
Who's the closest one?
There's like what appears to be an older man with this like paper mache donkey head over him.
Excuse me.
He's in one of those stockades, so his head and his hands are through the little holes in the wood.
It's probably a husk.
You're unsure.
Excuse me.
Uh, yes.
It is quite the odd fashion. Why are you all wearing these donkey heads?
It is a punishment.
Punishment for what? By whom?
A punishment by the Burgermeister. We were arrested for malicious unhappiness.
Malicious unhappiness.
Oh, Nico,
Yes.
you better watch out for that one.
What's that supposed to
Interesting.
mean?
You're not very happy most of the time.
I'm not unhappy, am I?
Yes, humor is
I don't
mandatory
know.
here. Thank you for the help, sir, and for the answer.
Uh, sure.
I'll go back. Seems this Burgermeister is quite the odd one. Maybe more so than the last one from the village of Barovia. Well, that's why I wanted to look around here. All ready to go to the lake?
Yep.
Yeah.
I jog alongside cheese legs.
We'll say y'all normally offering to help everyone, not paying any attention to the notice board.
Seems about right for this season.
Alright, we're heading north.
God, how do you spell Schrödinger? Give me a second.
Do we have any problems getting out the gate?
Oh no. They'll let you out to the north. If anything, one of them would just warn you. Keep your wits about you. The lake has been fine for the time being, but you never know with the Vargers and the plants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep an eye out.
Give me a moment. So, as you head up the path towards the lake, doesn't take you particularly too long. You eventually make your way up there. At the foot of a mountain, nestled in the misty forest, is a large lake. The water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror. You eventually come up upon the shore, and you would notice pulled up along the south shore are three small rowboats. A fourth boat can be seen in the middle of the lake with a lone figure sitting in it, fishing pole in hand.
How far out's the boat?
Is he within shouting distance?
About about an eighth of a mile out.
Probably not then.
That's quite a ways.
Yeah.
It's over 4,000 feet.
I think technically, it's right there. So a mile out. That's where the little boat is.
I cannot
Probably
run
probably
that
not.
in a round.
No.
No, you cannot.
I'm gonna look at the footprints around here. Does it look like a little girl's been walking around here?
Make a investigation check.
I shall do that at advantage because I'm looking closely.
Yeah, you got your little dippity do.
I clicked it. There it is.
23. You do see a series of footprints. They're definitely from earlier in the day, and you see what appears to be a middle-aged man and a young girl.
Do those footprints seem to go to a boat that has not been pushed back into place on the beach? Like it's been pushed out into the water?
Essentially, yeah, it goes over and it's around where that boat would be and where that fourth boat would have been, and then like the drag marks out into the water, and then the footprints disappear.
Well, that's them. We can't see the girl. She's too small from this distance.
Maybe. Maybe she's in the lake? I don't know. Are we waiting?
No. I'll start pushing a boat out.
Okay.
Alright.
Start pushing yon boat out. It doesn't take too much, and you
I could send
man,
a bird out to check if we don't want to row out there.
Carry birds with you?
Yeah, I have this little silver one.
No.
Yeah, just do that real quick. See, let's You can hop out while we're getting this boat ready, and then the bird can confirm whether or not it's actually them.
Okay. So I will activate the Silver Raven figurine,
Okay.
and I will tell it to let me cast a spell on it, and then to fly over and look down on the boat. And I will look through his eyes.
Okay. Be sense duration of the spell. Alrighty.
And Silver Raven, I think, stays out for a while. Yeah, it's up to 12 hours. So it shouldn't be a problem.
I just want to check something real quick. There was the Julia. You were looking for her daughter Gertruda. So you would see, as you fly over there and through the eyes, you see what appears to be a young little girl, bound with hempen rope and, well, wrapped in a burlap sack that is bound with hempen rope and is lying prone in the other part of the boat, and he's still just sitting there fishing. Doesn't even seem to take notice of the little raven.
Yeah, I'd say I'd have it fly like reasonably high anyway, not
Have
like
drone
right
strike
over
the
top of
boat.
them. Yeah. So how does this work? While perceiving you get
Fucking Pearl Harbor that
yeah.
boat.
So y'all would. So I would have like sat down because I'm blind and deaf.
Right.
But let's say, he has her in the potato bag.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he's like tied up and down. Do I see blood, Mister
No,
Face in the Sky?
you don't. No, you do not see any blood.
Okay. Ravens see color. Ravens can see color better than people, apparently.
Ravens are fucking baller.
Corvids are cool, man.
Corvids are dope.
Except
Yeah,
magpies.
the
Fuck magpies.
Yeah. I don't
Leave
like
them alone.
I don't like this. Well, and I can't hear what y'all are saying, so I don't
yeah.
respond. But yeah, she's in the potato bag and tied up and knocked out on the floor.
Oh shit. Alright, let's get this
Bird would.
boat.
After the bird circles, it would start looking around me. It would start flying back towards us, and I'd
Put in
pop
there,
out of
Super Cop.
distance.
If we move in there, and he's holding her for any sort of malicious reason, he may try to either drop her on the water or do something else before we arrive.
That's true.
Oh, that's true.
I can head up from under them. I can hold my breath forever, so I can just swim under the water, come up from beneath the boat,
What is
and you guys can
5280 divided by 110?
you guys can head out on a boat, not near them, but like close enough to where you can see what's happening. And when I pop up, you can start rowing over, and we can grab them.
All right. Let's do that.
Okay, so Nigo, you're swimming out while the other two row out there.
Yep, I'm taking my trench coat off. I'm not getting that wet.
Okay.
And my
So
nice
you
shoes. I'm taking my shoes off.
okay?
We're gonna take everything off just in case.
No, I'm
As
leaving the gi on.
as you wade out into the water, breaking the almost glass-like tension, sending ripples out, you feel like the sensation is strange. It's not like you're moving through water, and it feels really cold. It almost feels like you're moving through like sludge. You feel like you'll be
Thick
able to
water.
swim. Yeah, it's thick water. You feel like you'll be able to swim through it, but it'll take more effort than usual. I'll need an athletics check for this. Say the DC will be a 16.
Damn.
If he's dashing,
Ooh.
Damn.
does it? If he's dashing, does it matter because of mobile?
I could dash, yeah.
Let's say difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement on that turn. So from what I have here, it says, I know that realistically, so like you're on the shore over here, that says it's like a mile out. Book says he's 400 feet out. So how far can you get in a turn?
If I dash, that doubles my feet to 130.
Oh,
130.
65, yeah,
130.
130.
But you don't have
Uh,
a swimming speed,
Yeah.
and
so
if
it's
I
65.
and if I step of the wind on top of that, I guess that would get me to one. Ooh.
130
Oh,
plus
nice.
65 is 195, which you don't have a swimming speed, halves to 92 and a half.
So it'd take
So 90.
me all bit over 4 turns to get there with step of the wind.
If you're burning the key,
Yeah.
but you're dashing every time so as to avoid the okay. So then I'll allow that. It'll take 4 turns for you to get out there.
I'll burn 4 key to do that.
It would take us much more than that.
Well, he said it's 400 feet.
No, for us to get there on the boat.
Yeah.
The boat'll take more time. Yeah. Okay. So as you're going, all right, I
Well,
just need
I
to do
guess if it'll take
something.
more time, I can
Not use all your key.
Yeah, not double dash. I can just dash, so double the time, so 8 turns.
Okay. All right, then give me a second. I need to. All right.
I believe this water is D2O.
Heavy water.
Heavy water.
That's
Don't
funny
drink
that it
too
worked
much of
out
it,
that
Beck.
way. So you're not doing it where it would be 4. You're doing it where it would be 8.
Yep.
Okay. By the 6th turn of dashing, this man that up until this point has taken no notice of you swimming towards him.
I'm underwater. I'm not on the surface.
You're.
I don't need to
Yeah, it
breathe.
doesn't need to
Oh
breathe.
yeah. Okay.
But I mean, your con score's probably good enough,
Yeah.
unless you have a negative
I
to.
have a 5 modifier.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'd be
Then
able
never
to hold
mind.
your breath for that anyway, even if you had to breathe.
Yep.
For 8
Okay.
rounds.
You take the full eight rounds, and you could just barely through the almost like black ichor esque water, just barely make out the shape of the boat up above because of some surface light.
All right, I'll
Just pull
slowly
on
swim
the
up,
rod.
and then
The
kind of
string.
reach up, touch the bottom of the boat, and use spider climb to not sink. Just like hold onto the bottom of the boat,
Okay.
and then try and see if I can spot. Actually, hold on. What time of day is it right now?
Oh, that's
It'd
a
be late
question.
afternoon.
Yeah, it'd be late
What
afternoon,
was the
evening.
light like on the surface? Would you say dim?
Yeah. Hate it when he does this. No, you can use your action. Okay. Alrighty.
And I'll like kind of slowly creep up under the boat, kind of come up behind him. I guess since I'm sneaking, I'd have to roll stealth. 14, not great, not terrible.
Okay. So as you're coming up onto the boat, he just fuck. No such luck. And he immediately reels his line back in. And as you're like climbing up onto the top of it, he feels the boat start to like shake back and forth. And then he just starts like looking around, all scared. And he's like, oh, that was a big one under me, wasn't it? Not seeing you. And he stands up, kind of like the boat's still shaking a little bit. He gets a little wobbly. Seems like he's already kind of drunk. Reaches down underneath the bench that he was sitting on, pulls up what looks like a bottle of wine, immediately just downs what appears to be about half of a bottle, and then just chucks it out into the lake. Looks down at the tied up person and just goes, "All right, well, not gonna make any money if I don't catch any fish. So in the lake you go. You're
Uh,
gonna be bait, girly." Alrighty.
I guess I
All
clock him
right.
the back of the head. with a
Yeah, you just punch him in the back of the head, and he just like reels around, holding the back of his head. What the fuck?
Make that a
Where
stunning
did you
strike.
come from?
This is stunning strike too.
Okay. So he's gonna make the save. What's your DC? Oh, it doesn't matter. There's no way he passes.
16.
He rolled a
I think it's
4.
possible. Oh,
Yeah, no, you rolled a 4. There's no way. Um, he's just kind of like, yeah, just like, what the fuck? Stunned there.
All right.
Be notching my bow from the other boat when I see Nico appear.
Yeah, I'd say you guys are about
you're,
like,
you're like almost into the water, and then you're like, ah!
you're like right around there.
I'll start beating
I
the
mean,
shit
we've
out of
definitely
him.
got the boat into the water after a minute, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It doesn't take that long to
I mean, I was
push it
getting it
into the water, I
prepared to
guess.
head out as you were looking through the Raven, so it was ready to go.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm
we've
gonna
made it
Yeah,
a
start.
so
decent
you'd
one.
you'd be around here.
Oh, that's not an advantage anymore because he knows where I am. Oh no, it is an advantage because he's stunned.
He's stunned.
And
Yeah.
he does look like a fish. Look, it's a fish, Tony.
Yeah, look. You want that fish Tony's jump scare? All right, you hit him with the second one, and at this point, he just immediately just drops.
I was doing it on. I didn't mean to kill him. I'm trying to non-lethal.
No, yeah,
It's bad you
he
didn't
drops
say it. It's
unconscious.
bad.
Well, it's bludgeoning, and bludgeoning I always thought was technically the one that it doesn't necessarily outright kill them. Whereas like piercing and slashing, you got to be like, use the flat side. Am I wrong
Only
about
after that
that?
when the log trap attacks you.
Oh
I'm not
yeah, that's
sure.
true. The log can
Yeah, the
bash your fucking
Ewok
brains in.
bludgeoning on the ATST was totally non-lethal.
Well, you're just punching him, so sure.
What was
I'll
it?
say.
Frodo's great grandfather hit the goblin's head off with his club and
Yeah,
invented the game of golf.
he won the war and invented the name of golf. The name of golf. The name of golf. My name is golf. It is nice to meet you.
Imagine an arrow just flies past Inigo's face at this point.
Can I
As the
try and
man
catch him?
drop.
Sure, if you're
Yeah,
actually
didn't he
loosing an
fall?
arrow.
Didn't he fall in the boat?
The guy knocked unconscious, and the boat immediately begins shaking back and forth very violently. This guy's a bit chubby, and
Yeah, I'll catch the
you have to
arrow
kind of like.
so she doesn't lose it, and I'll start. Do I have a dagger? Yeah, I'll use my dagger to start untying the little girl.
Okay.
Gertruda?
Oh, look at the row.
Ain't
It's
faster,
expensive.
Neil.
You just hear like from in the potato sack like uh
He got it. Don't worry about it.
until eventually you rip it open and you see a little girl. Uh but she does not look like the girl that you were looking for.
This is the girl you're looking for.
She appears to be a young Vishtani girl,
You're not Gertruda.
about 7 years of age, and she's gagged and she's like, "Meow, meow, meow."
I'll take the gag out.
No, I'm not Gertruda. My name is Annabelle.
All right, Annabelle.
Arabelle.
Annabelle. Where Can you explain to me what's happening?
Is this Bluto? I yell.
Yes, this is Blutoe. She you asked if this was Blutoe, and you said what's going on. This drunk, he thought that Vishtani were lucky, so he kidnapped me, and he said he was going to sacrifice me to the lake so that he could catch a bunch of fish and pay off his debt.
Wait, isn't he Vishtani too? What the fuck?
He is, yeah.
All right. You haven't seen another little girl, have you? Likes to wear purple, huge eyes, goes by Gertruda.
No,
Big
but he
hair.
talked about her. He said he was going to throw her in the lake too.
Okay, so he hasn't done it yet, but all right. Well, you're safe now. Um, yeah. He's going back to town to be arrested for attempted murder.
Can't believe
I
I was
want to
gonna
go
pay
back
that
to my
guy's
dad.
debts.
Where are you from? Are you from the
I'm from the camp over here. She just points back in the direction of Vilakie.
Okay. All right, we'll take you back, and yeah, we'll.
If you bring me to my father Luvash, he will reward you.
All right.
I'm sure of it.
Just point in the direction of your camp. Well, just lead us to your camp when we get to shore. I'll start road, and then
Do we
as
take him to the Fishtoni for justice, or to the town?
um.
Do the Fishtoni do justice? I don't know.
To the fish Tony do justice. Arabelle goes, my people do justice.
I mean, he kidnapped this little girl.
Yeah, but she's from them, right? So it's like
Yeah.
a crime against them, not a crime against the town.
I mean, he also was going to use Gertruda as bait as well if Arabelle didn't work.
Yeah, but that's like, are the towns don't talk to each other? Like they're not. So that's like a crime against the other town, right?
He also owes a lot of money in Vilakie.
Well, the attempted murder is the bigger thing.
Well, I'll talk to the head of the camp there. We'll see what we can figure out. But I'll start binding up Blutoe.
Okay. You bind him up, and the little girl will run over and kick him in the face while he's down.
Great. Now he's not stable.
No, it doesn't seem
She
to.
did non-lethal damage.
Sure, yeah, she did not lethal. It's a child. She's 7. There's no way she kicked him hard enough to do that much damage to.
She kicked him exactly right in the nose so that it breaks and goes into your brain.
You see,
Oh God.
she levels up.
Yeah. You watch as she instantly grows larger.
It does indeed take only 2 pounds of force.
Oh no.
She's
Why do
leveled
you
up.
know
Nose thing, yeah.
that?
I was gonna say 3, but yeah,
I'm a writer.
yeah, I knew it was something real low.
That's nuts.
Yeah, if you hit the nose upwards,
It's like driving a stake into your brain.
yeah.
Oof. No, thank you. I need a nose protector.
Phineas Gage
Okay.
makes this one easy trick. No railway spike required to become like him.
Burkut's just got way more dangerous in Dylan's mind.
Alrighty, so you take the boats back to the shore?
No, I'm sinking them. Yes, we're taking it back to the shore.
Alright, you take the boats back to
Are
the
they
shore.
actually like a grayish blue?
That's like how all the art is. Their skin isn't actually like that. I think it's
Yeah.
supposed to be a means of like depicting how depressing Barovia is. So all the art is just like
Depressing.
fucking blue people.
Because, for example, she's also Vishtani and she's not blue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
'cause, like, they're Vishtani, so they're, like, wearing the colorful stuff, right?
the little girl is. Oh yeah, she's wearing a bunch of like really vibrant yellows with like little flecks of red here and there. She has like a red sash tied around her waist. And what's sort of like I guess like a very bright yellow sundress.
Tell the Raven to land on her shoulder and keep her company.
Well,
She'll
once we get the boat to shore,
pet the raven.
do you want to carry Blutoe? I'm strong. I'm not that strong.
Yeah, sure.
We could put them on the back of cheese legs, probably.
I don't
I'll
think
do that.
Cheese Leg is that strong.
Oh, Gary just him.
Jeez. That's rude. The guy's not that big.
Cheese leg is large, so she has double the carrying capacity. Okay.
She's large and does the have the double, so it carries as much as a huge can.
Oh, so double.
Yeah. Can carry, technically, I made the math because I have it on the thing, 1,080 pounds.
It's a lot of weight.
It's a lot of weight.
It's a lot of weight.
All right. Well,
Does.
lead us to your camp, Arabella.
Okay.
Oh, we're also going to need Blutoe
We
to
have
lead
to go
us
through the
to
town to do it.
Gertruda.
You
do
will.
do you want me to just awaken him since he's already bound? You can ask him in the way.
Yep.
I just give him a flick in the nose and give me a 1 point of healing.
Okay.
A laser hand.
You flick him in the nose, hit him with a lay on hands, and he wakes up and he's, what happened?
Wakey, wakey.
Well, you're under arrest
wakey.
for attempted murder and kidnapping.
Under arrest. On whose authority?
The authority of von Schrödinger. I show the
Oh, fuck.
badge.
Look, I didn't do anything wrong. Not at all.
I
Nope.
witnessed you lean over to Arabella in a burlap sack saying, well, you're going to have to be bathed, Missy, and bend down to start picking her up. And that's when I jumped in. So, yeah.
I
That's
would
not a good look for you.
never do that. Nope. Nope.
That's crazy.
I'm going to
Oh, it
I'm
wasn't
gonna-
me.
I'm gonna
It wasn't me.
Prove it.
do the club. I'm gonna do the club menacingly.
Okay,
like in the
okay.
picture.
Look. I needed the money, and the only way to get fish in the lake is to get a blessing from the lake. So somebody had to be bait. It's okay though. I would have fished her back up.
Maybe we'll put in a good word if you tell us where Gertruda is.
Gertruda.
The girl with the purple, the big eyes.
Never
Big
heard
hair.
of her before in my life.
I'm going to advance on this man.
Okay. Make
Here, roll an
roll me an intimidation check if you would.
Oif.
You advance and he just
You
goes,
trip
I
on a
trip.
no.
rock.
Yeah, you
Alright.
just trip.
I'm going to I probably have him hog tied, yeah. I'm going to start bending his forearm
All right, calm
so
down.
it starts.
I just push him slightly away. You may not have noticed, but I am a paladin. Torture doesn't really do very well with our, well, kind or orders in general. So if you allow me, I cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. All right, you cast Zone of Truth.
Now,
think that's a wisdom save.
Yep.
Tell us
And that is okay.
everything you know about Gertruda,
Well, he and
including where
with
she is.
Zone of Truth, he
It's
knows.
actually charisma
With
16.
Zone of Truth, you know if he fails. That's
He
charisma.
failed.
I can, yeah,
Okay.
close to 3.
It's one of the few that you specifically know if they
Yeah, he's
succeed
failed.
or fail. Charisma makes sense.
Let's see. Failed save. Can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. Okay. Um. Okay. Maybe I do know Gertruda.
Do you know where she is?
I yes.
Where?
Tell me where she is.
I don't know exactly.
You just said that you do.
Where was the last
Well,
place you saw her?
I think I know where she is. Well, she was here with me. She wanted to come to Vilakie for an adventure. Um, but she separated from me not soon after. I was to keep an eye on her, which I did. I did do that, just like Madame Eva told me to. But then, a few days later, she came to me while I was drinking, and she was crying with the tears on her face. It was very annoying. And she said to me, "Oh, he's chasing after me. He wants me. He keeps calling me Titania. What do I do? Help, help." And I said, "Well, tell him to fuck off." And she said, "I can't do that." And then I said, "Oh, I don't know how to help you then."
Titania.
And she kept saying something about how he had fire horse, but he couldn't come inside of her house. I don't know, bunch of nonsense. But when I
This
thought about it the next day, when I sobered up,
that sounds familiar.
that sounds a lot like the devil. So I think the devil took her because I have not seen her since.
So you're telling me the big
She's
man
at
himself
Castle
has her.
Ravenloft.
I don't know, but I think so, probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it probably would be worth checking the keep here to see if by chance he's keeping her here. But good chance that he has her at Ravenloft. Or she's found a place to hide. We don't know. But
Does he
yeah.
often do that? Just get random people to his castle?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, he has
You
an
know,
obsession with women.
they probably should make you go there and try to get her back, shouldn't we? It was your duty after all, wasn't it, Blutoe?
I was supposed to look after her, yes, but if the devil has taken her, there is nothing I can do.
Yeah, especially from jail. Alright, let's go.
All right. Thanks for your cooperation. I'll non-lethally punch him across the face again.
Ah,
Wanted to do
what the
that.
fuck?
I was knocking him. Oh, I gotta knock him out. Gonna do
With one
damage.
hit point.
Yeah, non-lethal, 6 damage.
Yeah, you just right back out.
Well, at least now we know.
That's that's not possible right now. Hopefully, she's found a place to hide and hasn't been taken by him. But if she has, we're not getting in there to get her back.
There are many places that we cannot get inside
If
as
he
well yet.
wakes up, I get to hit him next time.
That's fair.
Sure. Then we move on, following out of bounds.
Alrighty. You would follow her. Uh, down, down to Goblin Town.
Down, down, down. by the
The
river.
river. So I'll say that you follow her through Vilakie until eventually she takes you south of Vilakie. But instead of going straight south towards where Castle von Schrödinger would be, so instead of this way, she takes you down here, so southwest, to where you know the Vishtani encampment to be.
Oh, we're already
And
back.
you say what?
We're already back here.
Right. Well, yeah, you would walk down to the town already, easy enough. But I mean, down through the rest of the town
Oh,
to
that way.
it's down over here.
Oh,
Gotcha.
that little spot.
I thought we were going back to where Esmeralda was.
It's not a
Oh,
Vishtani camp.
oh, no,
Oh,
that's not a Vishnu camp. That's
it's the only
just yeah.
Vistani I know.
So on your way there,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
just say that we'll have our little break. Let's take a little 15er because I got to
Um,
prepare some stuff, especially if you're going to Castle von Schrödinger. So,
I don't think we are. Not right now, at least.
well, after the Vishtani thing. So
All right.
I'll be right back.
Me too. I'm gonna go find something to eat. I'll be right back.
Hopefully, she hasn't been taken by Strahd. Oh, I did not mean to roll at advantage on my coffee.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
There you
Oh, and Nico's coffee's back too.
Like I said, he drinks it far more than what I'm rolling for, but I can only remember to roll it so often.
He's drinking it at all times. If he's not talking, he's drinking.
Down, 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 down by the river. I love the river.
The river?
The river?
The river?
I love the river.
The river.
It's very watery. Many things flow from the river, like the fish.
It's a long way down.
It's a long way down. Just a spot in the book. Gotta be out here reading things.
Reading.
Gotta read. Read. Mm. Mm. Okay. I have found the spot that I must read. But quickly on Schrödinger. Okay. Darkness.
Darkness, Charlie.
Magical Leopleurodon, Charlie.
Was that Bean?
That was Bean.
Okay, that like it was such a different sound from you. I just wasn't expected.
One of the few impressions I can actually do.
I just loved the first one when he woke up at the end. He just goes, "God, they took my fucking kidney." The llamas have always been funny too. Carl, that kills people.
Well, the hankering that only hands could satisfy.
It appears Has-Been Hotel has released.
Oh. Oh, for you, because it's technically Friday for you now. Oh, no, it's not.
I'm behind you in time.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No one expects the day in Inquisition.
I messed it up. There's no the there.
How's your sorcerer coming along, Avery?
I was like so safe.
Ignored. It's what I deserve.
She might not be here right now.
Probably.
No, it's better if Beck's
What?
just being ignored.
I asked how your sorcerer is coming along, and there was silence.
Oh. I have, as far as I'm aware, finished building her as a support.
Did you take Fireball?
I was considering it, but I decided for now I'm going to stick with support.
Very
Character
interesting.
ruined. No fireball. What's the point of even playing a class?
Yeah, it's
I'm
the
playing
same thing I
sorcerer,
got.
I'm not a
A
wizard.
spellcaster without Fireball? What is this?
The only reason Rebecca doesn't have fireball is because Celestial Warlocks don't get fireball. I mean, she has fireball now with the wand of fireballs, but beyond that,
But
no.
you're limited in your fireball potentiality.
Yep.
I do be indeed. But good news. I will be one level away from getting
Who's
said
everyone?
fireball. Or having room for said fireball anyway.
Don't feel like you have to pick fireball because I've criticized
Yeah,
your lack of fireball.
it was just a joke.
It's funnier if you just keep picking only support spells, and then it just keeps making Beck and Vex mad at you. That's what I've been doing.
Like, hey, you guys are the heavy hitters. I'm squishy.
I'm
okay?
a monk. Heavy hitting's not exactly my thing. Crowd control, kind of.
No, you're single target control.
I'm single target control. Send me after the enemy
Nah, I mean, if
spellcaster and I'll
they're
ruin
grouped
their
up,
day.
if they're grouped up, you can go and you can stun a max of 4 people.
Yep.
Yeah, and never have to do anything again because you're out of key points.
I am probably
I mean,
best against an enemy spellcaster.
if an offensive built sorcerer works best, then I'll revamp the spells I have.
No,
But
we're just
otherwise,
joking.
No.
Don't worry
No,
about it.
I'm aware you're joking, but I'm being serious right now. Because I need to know how to build this
We
character.
don't know how it's gonna end working, so yeah.
And we don't know the
You have,
synergy yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm
Then I will
actively
stick with
trying to kill
support.
you all, so do whatever keeps you alive.
I will stick with support then.
Yeah, that's
do keep something.
the battle with the
to keep
werewolves were
you.
bad. That was really bad.
Do keep something to just keep you alive, like mobility and defense, so you at least have ways to get yourself out of trouble too.
Oh, don't worry, I will be fine.
Very good. Love the confidence.
You've got some good spells.
Got haste?
No, I
What
did
kind of
not.
support are you?
I got Dimension Door.
That's the I need to get out of here right now support.
With at least one other person.
I mean, to be fair, that's the kind of people who just live the longest. The ones who see trouble and just get the fuck out of it.
Just
Right.
bail.
Yeah.
See, I think the most offensive spell that I have aside from cantrips is nope. Even that support.
Well, cool.
No, that
You
feeling.
guys would be up in the top right.
Up in the top right.
Up in the top right. Moving fast.
Oh damn, it's pretty far away.
My
That's a
offensive
lot of
spells are
horses. What the hell?
Shillelagh, an elemental weapon.
A lot of horses.
What's going on down there?
My
Alrighty.
offensive spell is
Punch.
punch. Yeah. I fist people.
I need
Don't take that
to.
out of context.
This is my offensive
I
spell.
already did. It's too late.
Too bad that can't go in D&D quotes.
Oh boy. Gotta love that.
Where's Bluto? I need to find Bluto's little thing because you technically still have him with you, don't you?
Yep.
He's on cheese legs.
Right.
I cannot
Where the
move
heck?
the horse.
Did anyone stop us in town for having an unconscious body draped over a horse?
No.
Oh yeah, because
No.
the guards want it
The guards
when they saw Inigo.
are not very internally focused. So like there's internal guard patrols, but they're small. It seems like the brunt of any sort of police force is for watching the walls.
Yeah, I meant like the guards at the gate to get back into the town because like we had to
Oh,
go through
yeah, no,
2
with
gates,
Inigo with you, they wouldn't
entering
have.
and leaving.
Yeah, they didn't say nothing. They let you right through. For some reason, cannot find his thing. So I think it's like a different sheet that was just named Bluto for that map, and I'm not seeing the image, probably because I'm scrolling too fast. So I'm just going to give you this little commenter and say that that's him.
I mean, you don't really need it. Unless he's just planning to run away or something.
Or he's unconscious
You never
right now.
know.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so as she takes you down through that southwestern portion, through the woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from this central area.
Alright.
You are free to approach.
What is this guy? What's he doing?
You see what appears to be a strange-looking elf standing guard outside of one of the buildings built into the hillside.
An elf?
An elf.
Do I know the kind of elf?
An elf.
Well, in this case, make a history check.
Oh, history not very good.
Nice roll.
No.
You are from the Feywild. You spent a number of time in the Feywild. You're literally a Feywild ranger. I'll give you advantage, so roll one more time. Because this is something that you should... Never mind. Nope. It's an elf. I tried.
Silly elf.
Silly elf.
Do I
Tricks are for
know the
kids.
kind of elf? I lived here.
You would. That is a dusk elf.
Dusk elf. Haven't
Black
seen
elf.
one of those in a long time.
Oh,
Which, with him
that's why I
mentioning
didn't know it.
it, yeah, you'd have a vague recollection.
I haven't seen one of them in a couple 100 years.
Alright, move along. Gotta keep on schedule.
Keep on. What schedule?
It's
Oh, a
getting dark,
schedule?
dude.
It is getting dark, yeah.
Yeah, but aren't the Fish Tony places the safe ones?
They do tend to be.
Well, probably not from Winter Splinter, which is probably why all the wagons are organized like this.
That's a
No,
fair
but when
assumption.
I just need to talk to him. It's fair. It's fine. If we see him, let me handle it.
You need to bring them along, Kenko.
I know.
What are the spikes? Is it just elevation? Do we need to go to here?
There's elevation, yeah. I mean, you
We're
could walk
going
that
up
way.
Look
the
at this
hill.
fool walking around the contour lines.
I don't know what that is. It can just be like little spikes on the road that we just step in and hurt our little feetsies.
Yeah, they're trying to actively sabotage you.
It's actually the spike
Um,
strips they put out for car chases.
yeah.
You step it into your feet deflate.
Well,
Let's
that's a lot of
see.
horses.
That's a lot of horses.
As you guys get up to around this point, piled outside the wagons are several empty casks of wine. From inside the tent comes the crack of a whip, followed by the howls of a young man. 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke. Hold on. That would be as you're entering it. Yeah, so you would just hear the cracking outside.
Tom and Jerry ass scream.
Yeah, it's just a Wilhelm scream, and then there'll be another pause, and then. I'd say you'd see that the entrance would be around over here.
Why didn't they have the entrance along the path, motherfucker?
I know.
Just walk through into the grass right now.
See, he just walks through the grass.
Also,
Alrighty.
this should be the settlement that Stenomir is with.
It should be. And it is. So as you peer into the tent, 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke. And through the haze, you see 6 Vistani passed out in various places on the dead grass. A barely conscious and shirtless teenager hangs from the central tent pole, his wrists bound with rope and his back streaked with blood. An older, larger man in studded leather armor lashes the man with a horsewhip, causing him to scream again. Standing in the bigger man's shadow is a third man, also clad in studded leather. Easy, brother, he says to the whip-wielding brute. I think Alexei has learned his lesson. As the other one begins to begrudgingly curl up the whip and just spit in the direction of the young man. Which, at this point, Arabelle would just push past you guys and walk into the tent, and
Which
and
one?
her father would be, I believe her father is I think it's Lavash.
You
So
mentioned
not the
that
one
name,
that's
yeah.
being lashed.
Alexei's the young man. Lavash is this one, who was not the one doing the whipping. So she'll run up, jump in his arms and hug him, and oh, my daughter, I am so happy to see that you have returned. But where were you? I well, and then she just kind of like looks back towards the rest of you guys.
She was kidnapped by Blutoe.
And I think we'll like step aside so we could shove him
Throw
in
his
there.
body in
Yeah,
there.
Hey, just shove him
I
in.
move in with
Yeah, I'll
the
shove him
guy.
off of
Just
cheese plates.
Okay, so um,
Good morning, morning.
He was going to
Lava,
use her as bait in the lake.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that it was lucky or something to use fish Tony as bait. So he had her in a potato bag and was going to use her as bait to catch fish.
He said he was
The
going to fish
drunken
her back
idiot.
up, but with his skill, no. Attempted murder. Maybe
I'll just
manslaughter.
this drunken idiot. He seems to think that because my daughter, and I by default, we are of limited royalty. So he must think that that is where the luck comes from. But he himself is a Vishtani. And Aragal, not even like waiting for Luvosh to say anything, just walks over, grabs Bluto, drags him over, unhooks Alexei, pushes him off, and he goes, "You're lucky that's all I did to you," and then immediately ties him up to the thing. And
Can I get my rope back?
yeah, he'll toss you your rope back,
Thank you.
and then he just steps back, and even though this guy's unconscious, he immediately begins whipping him. And he's, ah! He wakes up and he whoosh.
He's in death saves.
What did the other guy do?
He was tasked with watching my daughter while Aragal and I had some business with Lord Schrödinger. However, upon our return, she had disappeared, and Alexei here had no excuse. He did not know where she went.
Well,
Well,
well, well.
Papa, to
Oh,
be
sorry.
fair, I was the one that ran away from him. It's not really his fault. That is besides the point. He knows how important you are to me, and that you were to be kept safe at all costs. He should never have taken his eyes off you.
Well, Bluto is also supposed to be watching a girl. He was told by Madame Ava
Yep.
that he was supposed to watch a girl, and got she went away because he was still drunk.
She's potentially been kidnapped by the devil.
So,
The devil? The devil.
Aragal will stop whipping, and he just goes, "So he had yet another young girl in his charge, and he allowed her to be kidnapped?"
This one specifically, he was supposed to look out for. So yes.
Yeah,
Was she one
and
of us?
Arabelle,
No.
no, she's from the village of Borovia.
She's been missing for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, but she's 13. We were looking for her mom.
I see. You said that the devil took her.
Potentially. He in his drunken stupor, Bluto remembers her telling him that a man atop a flaming horse was calling her Talani and was wanting her to come with him, and yeah, that sounds a lot like him. So unless she found a place to hide, she's probably been taken by him.
It is unfortunate that she has caught the Lord's eye, but there is nothing that can be done for her. We dare not interfere with him. I must ask, um, Aragol will kind of get a little bit closer to you, and are you enemies of the devil?
I look towards Inigo.
Not exactly. Uh, I can leave whenever I want. I'm like you, but my friends here, they can only leave by his grace or if he's dead. So we're trying to figure something out.
Yeah, we were kidnapped here by a guy named Stanomir.
Yeah, is he here? I heard he lives here.
He's a fish. He was a fish Tony too.
Vishtani. We've been working on that.
Yes, Stanomir's here. He is in one of the houses visiting with Casimir.
All right, got a word for him.
I could see how your friends would be upset, but you are from here. What does it matter if you were to return home?
I wasn't ready to return home yet. I have unfinished business with my father.
Sometimes we are not ready for the threads of fate to pull us where it is willed.
I suppose. Still, I wanted to be ready. Get my mother back. Make him suffer, but I'm gonna have to do things a bit differently.
Hmm. Well, it seems like your grudge is with your father. He has been good to us as lord of the land, but we will not get involved. I apologize, and I hope that you understand.
It's all right. It's your way. It's how our people have survived for this long. I kind of look at uh, Arabella, kind of with like that look of like, you said we'd been paid.
She'll look at her father. Um, she'll go, Daddy, Daddy, I think that you should reward these nice men for rescuing me. You're right, daughter. You are absolutely right. We cannot have people going and saying that the Svishtani are ungrateful. So, here is what I will do for you. Come now, sit in the tent. We will bring drink and food while I send somebody to fetch an appropriate reward for you. What do you say?
I'll look at my two compatriots.
This person also fetches the person we're looking for. That'd be great.
Yeah, they said Stanimir was here somewhere, right?
It
Yeah,
was
Stanimir is visiting in one of the houses with Casimir.
Okay. Yeah, as long as uh Stanimir isn't leaving, because we need to talk to him.
No. And if anything, if you would like first, I can bring you to him. And then we can have ourselves a celebration.
that works.
That works.
Very well. Aragal, if you would do me the favor. Of course. And he'll curl up the horsewhip once more, put it on his hip, and come with me.
Follow the man.
He'll lead you on down and around.
Goblin Town.
Down to Goblin Town. It's going to come all the way down here.
So what's with the way you have your cart set up with the horses? Seems kind of a defensive position.
We used to let them graze more freely, but ever since the attacks, it's just what made the most sense to keep them safe from the creatures at night, whether it be the Vargur or Winter Splinter's minions.
Winter Splinter.
Winter Splinter.
Though, admittedly, the plants don't seem to attack the animals for no reason. Still, though, sometimes there is collateral.
Beasts of nature, being respected by nature, makes sense.
Well, we'll come up to the door and give it a knock, and he'll say, Casimir, I have guests for you in Stanimir. I'm going to let them in now. Yes, yes, let them in, let them in. Alright, well, I will be back at the big tent. Come by afterwards. We will have food and drink for you plenty.
All right.
And
Mm.
thank you for saving my niece.
You're welcome.
He'll head off. Alrighty. Let's see, as you head into this place, I got a little ditty I might have to read for you. Give me a second.
Is there a
Number
what?
1 or number 2?
A little ditty.
Both doors.
It's a green person and a blue person. Oh no.
Well, this is Stenemir. I recognize the token.
Yeah.
Where is Vesemir?
Vesemir's not here. Oh, okay, there is nothing for here. I would just say that you see that this hovel has a decorated vestibule and what appears to be a very comfortable room beyond the curtains, with a nice little cozy fireplace. And you see this guy. I'll give you a little jump scare. He is a dusk elf. But he looks, from like his facial features and parts of like his arms and legs that are exposed, he seems to have suffered at some time in the past a number of grievous wounds, and his body looks rather mutilated. Um, and Stanimir sits in an armchair besides him, and they had seemed to be in like a hushed toned conversation, and then as soon as you all uh, walk in, he just kind of looks at each of the three of you and then gulps. Hello, friends. Hello.
Hey, Stenemir. Old friend, old pal.
Not exactly a word I would use.
It's figure of speech.
Well, he is your old friend.
Debatable.
Hey, do you remember who was the one that brought me here?
Yeah, it's the same old dude.
Alright. I don't remember you talking about that.
You would have been spirited away here in pretty much the same manner as them,
Yeah.
just in a different location.
Sounds about right.
It's a common tactic.
Hello, man. Been a few years.
Oh, I guess all the ghosts of my past have come to haunt me tonight. So,
I
whatever
passed
can
him
I
like
do for you?
a
Have you
week
been
ago.
enjoying your stay?
You have anything to say for yourself?
Look, Nico, you understand how it is. We cannot defy his will.
Madame Ava doesn't draw new people in like you do. And she seems to
And
be
you
doing
know
just
that
fine.
there are special circumstances for her. I am but a low man on the totem pole. There
Special
is.
circumstances? What is he talking about?
So you would know that while Strahd has the compact with the Vishtani that none of them can be harmed, and that some of them, well, all of them can reasonably leave Barovia, it's like a conditional thing. They can leave, but if he wants them back, they'll feel a calling and they'll return. But some of them, like Madame Ava, and though you haven't interacted much with them, you would have remembered Luvash and Aragal from when they were kids. Their father, who was in charge of this camp here, um, that there's sort of like a pseudo nobility, and they descend from like the original Vishtani that made the compact with him, with Strahd. So they're left alone more so than the others. So like they have some leeway in their defiance. Technically, if Madame Eva were ever to leave, there's the potentiality that she could just leave and not have to return, whereas the others would.
I see.
But yes, as you know, she's different.
And she's not. He's not making you go out to get people. It's something you're doing.
No. But you'd have me defy my liege lord.
I mean, he's not asking you to do this, and yet you're doing it anyways. It's not
Well,
defying him by not doing it.
we were asked to do it, yes.
Oh.
He asked you to tell us the story that made him look bad?
No, he asked us to secure new adventurers to come to his lands.
Do you know why he does that?
He gets bored.
He gets bored.
I could not ever presume to know the mind of our Lord, but you could be right.
Well, Cinnamere, you've doomed my friends to a fate perhaps worse than death. I mean, I can go anytime I want, but it feels wrong to just abandon them here, so looks like I'm stuck here as well. Plus, I have my mother to rescue too, which I wasn't quite ready for.
Dear Inigo, you might find it much more difficult than you think to leave this place. It was overlooked once, but I do not think it shall happen again, should you so desire.
I just kind of like.
You said
him.
this Tony could go whenever you wanted.
And he is only half. But you must realize your father is bound to Strahd with more than just a simple compact. It is an allegiance bound in blood, the same of which flows within your veins. And should the calling ever happen, should you wish to go beyond the mists of Barovia, I can assure you it'll be no simple task to deny the master of these lands.
Oh, great.
You thought I'd let you go that easy?
There goes that comfort.
Seems like we're on the same boat, huh?
Yep. Only mine has a different coat of paint.
Well,
Yeah, it's painted in blood. Didn't you just hear him?
old man, I've no grudge against you. Not anymore. Maybe once I came here first. But the person I was back then is long gone. The person I am right now and my goals are no longer only my own. So you can rest easy that I'll not stab you in the night.
I would hope so. It would be awful to die at night. Although then again, maybe in my sleep would be a better way to go.
Maybe.
But you do seem as if you have changed. I remember you being a lot more rough around the edges.
Yeah, I had help with that.
Well, then perhaps it is the best that you found your way here.
I think that nowadays I would agree with you. This place needs help. And whether he like it or not, by bringing outsiders in, I think he's making his own strength on this place waver.
Perhaps. But it is not for me to know. So, Inigo, and he kind of motions towards Elena, seemingly having forgotten her name. Do you still bear a grudge against me? Will you take your bloody vengeance?
I wasn't gonna kill you.
Oh, God, that makes things so much simpler. And you notice,
I mean,
like,
a
he
grudge,
like,
yes.
really relaxes. Wait, what?
A grudge, yes. But,
Oh, okay.
no, I'm not going to kill you. Not now, anyway.
All right, that is slightly more concerning when things had become less concerning. Like,
But
I'm
not
an
as
old man.
concerning
I
as it
have
was before.
grandchildren. Yeah, but not as concerning as it was before. I have grandchildren. I am an old man.
I'm pretty sure I'm older than you.
Are you sure about that, young lady?
You said he's human, right? Or he
Yeah,
looks
he's
human?
human. Yeah.
Probably.
She's in her 3rd century.
I'm almost 400.
Well, you may have me beaten in the numbers, but not so much in the looks. As he kind of like indicates
Oh,
his
thank you.
incredibly wrinkled face.
I remember when you had maybe an eighth of those wrinkles. You still had hair then.
Yeah, then it gets to the point where you just decide to embrace going bald. Well, besides little old me, what have you come here for?
Well, we're rescuing Arabella from Blutoe.
I mean, you also told us to find you back at the campfire.
I did. I did. Admittedly, I wasn't sure that you'd make it, but you did. He looks at Casimir, and they both sort of share a nod with each other, and he goes, "Make sure that the front door is closed, would you?"
Interesting
He
fellow.
says it to us or to Casimir?
No, to you guys.
Oh.
Start moving out.
And he just opens the door real quick, sees the guards outside.
Wait, does he want? No, I think he wants us. He wanted you to make sure it was closed. He
Oh,
didn't say
oh.
leave.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I,
No, 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 no.
I thought he was just saying make sure you close the door when you go out. Oh,
No, no,
sorry,
no,
I'm
no,
bad.
no.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
I mean,
All
door was
right.
already closed.
You're okay. You're weird. Whatever.
I mean, he hasn't talked to people in a couple years because of you, so you know.
Mm. Well, I didn't expect him to disappear into the woods, frankly.
Yeah, he's just been talking to a horse.
You brought a Goliath to Barovia. What did you expect? They're not exactly common around here.
The horse talks back, by the way, so don't worry about it.
That's
Stanimir,
concerning.
Stanimir just looks at you like, what?
It's magic. What do you expect?
Oh, okay. Casimir. Right. So,
Do I know Casimir from anywhere?
you would. Casimir is the leader of the Dusk Elf Conclave here.
I see. Probably not personally. I just know of him.
Yeah, you know of him. So, if yeah, I can tell that you've already ascertained that Strahd has brought you here for something, whether it be some form of entertainment due to growing boredom or a way of showing off his power before he attempts to depart this plane and bring his armies, his war, to the rest of the realms. If you truly wish to stand against him, There is a place perhaps you can go to find power at a price, but power nonetheless that will aid you in your fight against him. But do not head to this place immediately, and do not tread its halls lightly, for it is said that the dark powers of Barovia, those that granted the devil his immortal life, dwell within this ancient tomb. Far to the south of here, within the mountains, there is a temple, the Amber Temple. Perhaps it is there you shall find a weapon that will help you end this creature that oppresses us all.
Have I heard this legend before?
Make a history check.
Nope. I wasn't paying attention.
Nope. Nope, you've never heard
It has
of
entered
the
my
Amber
brain.
Temple.
It did not stay in my brain.
You were daydreaming that day.
Yep.
What kind of a
That
price?
dark power,
Like gold?
no. Dark power always comes at a price. And he kind of indicates his body. Some cannot even claim it. They cannot even grasp it. It'll slip through their fingers like many grains of sand. I was not strong enough, lest I would have claimed what the temple held and used it to destroy him once and for all, for what he has done to my people.
What exactly does it do to you? Like, what did this do to you?
Is it all the scars?
It quite literally looks as if, and he would like remove more of his robes, where he's just kind of like there in like essentially like a tunic and like shorts, well, kind of more like underwear, and he he looks as if his body all around, almost in like a spiral pattern, as if something like wrapped or like snaked its way around himself, covered in deep lacerations, however, though long since scarred over.
How would you know if you're strong enough to take it?
You would not fail as I did.
Oh, only know if you actually try. Okay.
Within the temple, there are crystals, or more like coffins, perhaps even effigies. I do not have a accurate enough word to describe. But by touching one of them, you commune with one of the many dark powers. And should you prove yourself worthy or strong enough, you'll be granted a boon. But there is one more request. Well, there's a request I have of you in exchange for this information. My sister, Petrina, her spirit has long since languished within this God's forsaken place. She is interred in the catacombs beneath Castle Ravenloft. Should you ever find her, please put her to rest.
That is something we can do. Well, there's something I can do.
I mean, we have to actually get inside Ravenloft.
We will, at some point. I don't know by what means, but our quest here clearly passed by there. And at least on that front, you have my word that while I draw breath, if I find myself in there, that much I can help you with.
Very well. Well, I thank you for that. Now, if you do not mind, I have grown weary and I need my rest. Stanimir, would you see them out, please?
Now he's telling us to leave.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, see, it's a little different. See the difference there?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Casimir. That's a lot more helpful than the old man over there.
Look, I never promised that I was going to be helpful, but I did tell you to find me, and look who I'm here with.
I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
just a coincidence. I step out the door.
I want to insight check this man for if this was a coincidence.
For if it was a coincidence. Not insight
Mm.
checking a story that'll give you untold power. No.
No, insight check Stanimir.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't
Fuck
trust this man
Stanimir.
anymore.
Welcome. It could be a coincidence.
Mhm.
Could be.
If he was here by
But-
himself, he'd be dead.
But
Yes.
Stanimir will head out with you and bring you back around to the tent up top. And I'll say Blutoe has been put somewhere. He is no longer
Somewhere.
He's in a
tied.
hole in the ground now.
Oh, yeah.
Probably. But you make your way back into the tent. Now most of the passed out Vishtani have awakened, as it seems like they're beginning preparations for a feast. Arabelle's off in the corner tending to Alexi's wounds, and Livash and Aragal are just sort of directing things. And as soon as you come in, they're like, come, drink, eat, be merry. And shortly thereafter, music would strike up, and some food that was already being cooked on spits on the campfires in here, and other food not requiring preparation is brought in by some of the other Vishtani going in and out and back and forth. Some more come out of the covered wagons to join. And I will say, since it is effectively the evening, if you would like, and you didn't plan on doing anything else for the rest of the night, that essentially you would just have this feast and then take your long rest.
Very well.
Sounds good to
I can
me.
see my dad tomorrow. Who cares?
I mean, if you want to go at night, you can.
Nope. Too dangerous to leave.
Alrighty. So you have a good time. You see Stanimir dancing. Yeah, you're all level 11. Stanimir would be dancing. There would be much drink, much food. All very good.
Alright, talking to these two folks. Uh, so, what do you think about Casimir's idea of these dark powers, as you put it?
I mean, from how Inigo talks, everything here's a dark thing.
That is the case,
Okay.
or so it seems.
Probably gonna need every advantage we can get.
That's
I mean, we can at least see what it's about.
I mean, it sounds like we're not ready for it, but when we are,
Well, he wasn't ready for it.
I see.
we got the wizard stuff to look into right now, and
Yeah.
Winter Splinter help with the werewolf attacks. Maybe take over the von Schrödinger keep from my father. Who knows?
What was that?
Um,
Well,
It's just taking over from my dad, you know.
stab him with a stake in his coffin. You know, just standard father-son bonding time.
sounds like you have no love for him.
I did once, and then I found out what he was doing to my mother, keeping her imprisoned, using her for a blood bank. I didn't trust him after that. Still tried to win me back. And then one day I just disappeared.
So, what do you think of what he said? Where it's not as easy for you to leave as you thought.
That's a problem. That's a problem. But well, there's no time like the present to start your plans in motion, I guess. Also, like how we're in the middle of like a fucking sun.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
because
bright.
of
Very
the
yellow.
Very clear.
campfires. Sorry. I actually
Very
have no
light.
idea how to stop that.
It would be on the light layer.
But yeah, you stay inside of the sun.
It's the only source of light on this godforsaken plane.
They've just been throwing table salt into the fire to make it even more yellow.
That's the way to do it. Occasionally they throw some
That's the yellow
borax
one.
in, it goes green.
Oh yeah, I couldn't remember if that was the blue or the green one.
Yeah, it's borax and ethanol makes green flames. But yeah, you have your nice long rest, and when you awaken in the morning, everybody, well, obviously minus the kids, are drunkenly passed out. The kids are just passed out.
They had too much grape
Uh,
juice.
too much grape juice. Yeah. Poor Alexei, but a boy of 13 got his ass whipped for something that wasn't 100% his fault.
What are we being rewarded with?
So, I didn't forget. Don't worry.
Does it happen
Y-
during the night or in the day afterwards?
So you would wake up in the morning, and you would think to yourselves, was the reward the feast?
Everybody's gone, right?
And
The
Ditch.
tent's gone and everyone's gone.
yeah, everything's just gone.
All that's
Aragal
left is the sun.
would awaken, and he would head out to one of the carts, and he would come back in just before you guys were getting ready to depart, and he would put a chest down on the floor, and he would open it up, and inside you would see 2 red potions,
Red potion.
red potion. You would see what appears to be a bag of some sort of coinage, and 2 bottles of Champagne de l'Estampe, as well as wrapped around one of the necks of the wine bottles, what appears to be a necklace.
Whoa.
A Vishtani necklace. Yeah, I'll take a look at that.
So he'll go, the necklace bears the curse of our people. You may remember stories. He's like looking at you, Indigo, of how it is said that we can curse our enemies as long as we can see them. You, however, are only half Vishtani. You have not inherited this ability. But this necklace will grant you the boon and allow you to do so.
Oh.
So essentially, what it'll do, let me find a Vishtani sheet real quick. Esmeralda's a Vishtani, so I'll go off of her sheet. Let's see. Here we go. Copy. And paste. Obviously, it says Esmeralda because it's from her thing, but
Then
it
did
is. It
he
isn't.
cast one of the following spells? Well, they talked about this power a bit.
As most things in Barovia, it comes with a potential cost.
That being.
But, well, it's right in there. If the target succeeds on the initial saving throw, you're blinded until the end of your next turn.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, missed that.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. And you could use it once. It recharges on a short or long rest.
Okay.
But hopefully it will aid you in your coming struggles. The wine is a personal gift from me and Lavash. The money is what the camp had scraped together for the return of my niece. And the potions should heal you, should you come under attack by Vargar or anything else. These are potions of, was it Superior is the next one up from Greater?
Yes.
Yes,
These are
sure.
potions of superior healing. And the money, I would just say loosely, is about how much is that? No, I'm trying to think of how much that is in gold.
Electrum?
Yeah,
Isn't it like 1.5 or whatever?
There's 2 electrum per gold.
2 electrum per gold. So let's see.
It's half of it.
I guess you just divide by 2.
So it is 750 electrum, which I believe is 375 GP.
235.
Yes.
uh,
750.
which would be 125 apiece.
Yeah.
And our camp, as long as it remains intact, you are more than welcome to come and stay whenever you like for what you have done for us.
Thank you. I have a meeting with my father that I've been putting off, though.
You should not keep him waiting. You know how he gets.
He's been waiting for four, four, 6 decades now.
Well, it sounds like sooner the better.
I'm gonna take one of the wines if no one else is.
Champagne.
Champagne de l'Estampe.
Champagne.
How do you
Isn't
write
champagne a
that?
type of wine?
Champagne is a type of wine, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
C'est bubbly. C'est bubbly. C'est bubbly.
Champagne de something.
I'll take the other
Champagne de
one.
l'Estampe. Alrighty.
That's how I have it wrote down. So Nico took the necklace. Not yeah, Nico. So who's taking the? Oh, do they?
Yeah, de l'Estampe.
Call it the stink
Who
eye,
is
dude.
taking? Who is
It's
taking the potions?
officially called the Evil Eye, yeah, so. The stink eye, though.
Stink eye is better.
Yeah, whichever one of you takes the potions, just make sure you put them on your shit.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, Kinko really likes beating me up.
Alright, I got De La Stomp from De La Stomp bracket old and De La Stomp Fish Tony.
Fish
I think I should have it.
The target one creature that you can see within 10 feet of her. Might have to change that.
Neo had said he was taking the second one, so
Oh,
Elena would give you the first one if you want it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll take that.
The what?
Back off my
I'm
sheet.
building up a wine collection.
Oh no, so then are you taking both of the potions, Neo?
Neo
Okay.
and Inigo both took a wine or a champagne.
No, I didn't take
Uh,
the champagne.
Oh, okay. I thought that's why you were asking how it was spelled.
No. You wanted to know how it was.
I haven't drank mine yet.
Yeah, it's like you found some of it in the death house because they're nobles, and then they gave you it here, and then also you were lucky that the old man had one too. But as the old man said, it is Bildrath. It is supposed to be more of a rarer thing. So the implication, at least with them giving it to you, is that like that's the most expensive non-money thing that they could give you. Because I mean, you quite literally saved his niece. So.
Blue, the rare
Would you
blue.
just drink one of the potions?
Just rolling.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, you should be
Yeah,
at
I
full
drink
health.
I drink both of them right now.
Yeah, he overheals. Brr, brr. You know, if you overheal enough, you increase your maximum hit points.
Hell
You
yeah, let's
also
go.
explode.
You also explode, yeah. No, if it was that way, that's like how it is in Wolfenstein. If you grab as much as you can to overcharge your health past a certain point, then it increases your max health. So I think it's like you have to go to 150 to get your max health to go to 125 instead of 100, and then you have to get 200 to get it to 150.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but you can't overcharge on armor. You can only put so many helmets on your head.
Can you overcharge on Beth?
If I tried, just meow. Start zooming. I'll have the zoomies. Alrighty. I'll say that Luvash would also get up and thank you guys, and him and Argal would bid you farewell as you head to Castle von Schrödinger.
Oh boy.
You would head back in the direction, well, not in the direction of Vilakie, but you'd kind of skirt along its southern half
Take
to
one
the
of
east
the
until
nice park trails to the south of the city.
yeah, until eventually you came up to
This actually was my suggestion to my father. I'm like, oh, we need to make it nicer, Dad, so it doesn't look as bad. Oh, damn, you're right.
oh damn, you're right, son. You guys would be down here.
Oh, there's the flame horse. Maybe she's here.
Oh, were you not able to? Oh my God, that's right, because the token. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to next time we go back on one of those maps, set it so that your token can have sight. Thank God everyone in this campaign has dark vision. As you approach
Well, I had things to you though.
the drawbridge and this moderately sized hold upon a hill, you would see two armored members of the guard of House von Schrödinger.
What a loving, approachable figure.
Who's guarding the castle now? I'm sure the old guards are long dead. Who are you now?
They kind of look at one another, and then they look back towards the three of you. State your purpose here.
Inigo von Schrödinger returning home.
Likely story.
I'll take out the badge.
He'll see it, but he seemingly doesn't believe it, and he nods to the other one. He'll fetch the castellan as he heads inside.
I mean, I haven't aged a day, so, if there's like a portrait of me in there, you can take it off the wall and bring it up next to my face.
The Lord's son has been gone for a number of years. You could be an imposter wearing his visage. The castellan will know.
That seems like a very dumb thing to do.
I mean, you leave for 6 decades and suddenly everyone hates you. Jeez.
Are you saying he looks sus?
As a another of the soldiers strides forth atop a nightmare, wearing red plumage coming from behind the helmet, unlike the black of the others. He'll remove his helmet, and you would recognize the castellan, Stark.
Was he human?
No.
No. Oh, he's a vampire?
No, he's a vampire.
Okay.
These men give off vampiric vibes.
I see. Okay.
He'll look down at you. Well, if it isn't Inigo.
Stark.
It's been a number of years.
Yeah.
Aye.
I had to clear my head, Give a private eye.
Clear your head. And how did that work out for you?
Pretty good. Made a good living in a town called Waterdeep. Solving crimes. Met some friends. Thought I'd come home. Say hi to the old man.
I see. You still know how to fight?
I kind of... Yeah, I kind of clench my fists and hold up kind of look at the palm. I'm trying to describe. I'm miming what I'm doing in person, but no one can see it. So I'm raising my left arm and looking at the palm of my hand, and then clenching the fist, and then I guess I don't know, kind of like make a shiver of my fist of like the key energy that like makes my fists magical. It's like, yeah,
He
I kind of do.
so say just as like a brief descriptor, this guy besides like the armor with the helmet off, older Caucasian guy, looks to be in about his 50s, and he's got like a very thick red beard, very bright red hair, very much oh, you know what's the best way? Do you know who Beric Dondarrion is from Game of Thrones?
No.
Yes.
Okay, so that's only
getting a
helpful for
picture.
some of you. Yeah, he looks like Beric
Does
Dondarrion,
he have an eye
but
patch?
he has an eye patch too. Yeah, I was gonna get to this. I know that I
picture?
can come back because of the Lord of Light. No, but yeah, like that,
I see.
but like with not like a cloth one, but like an actual, you know, like all eye patches are technically cloth, but you know what I mean, like a more of like
More
eye patch
standard
looking
eye
eye patch.
patch,
Yeah, standard. There you go.
rather than someone
Wouldn't it be very comfortable?
cut some
Yeah.
cloth.
Like big box.
So, well, you know what? Come on. Let's see if you remember your swordplay. And he just writes,
You have to use a sword.
I mean,
when you were younger,
Yeah.
you were taught how to use the sword.
I'm better at punching now. Kind of dropped that whole thing.
Oh, that's disappointing. All right.
I can still use a short sword.
Would you like one then?
Yeah, sure. Take one.
He'll look over to one of the guys standing over here, and they'll simply just like immediately take one off of their belt and chuck it over, and he'll catch it and then throw it to you.
Just grabbing the item so I have the attack roll on my sheet. There we go.
Ready? And then he'll draw. Actually, am I gonna have to hold on? I wonder if I could even do this. Let's see if it works. Will it function? Oh my god, it worked. Cool. He'll draw a longsword. And they'll go. All right, we'll do this as like a loose initiative. So, what is your dex actually will be higher than his, so you can go first.
Okay. I'll run in. Slash once with the short sword, just to make him happy. 11. Okay, I missed.
He parries it. Come on, boy! I taught you better than this.
And while he's kind of gloating with the parry, I'm gonna go in with the other hand to punch him in the gut.
Oh, he catches it,
Uh,
and he looks at you. Come on, you can do better than this.
flurry of blows. Punch. Oh no. I'll expend key to increase the chance they hit of the 17 by 2. So it's an
Okay. All right, so with the 13, he just like kind of like sways to the side, and it narrowly misses him. Well, not narrowly, but it, you know. And with the last one, you finally manage to strike, and he would have released your hand, and you get like one in to where you kind of just punch the side of his face, and he looks at you, and you see like this sparkle in his eyes, and he looks kind of happy, and he just spits out a little bit of blood, and he goes, "All right, boy,
Let's see,
my
that's 10
turn."
feet, and then I'll back off. Back off 40 feet.
All
On
right.
an
Yeah, he
ally.
doesn't. He doesn't even like attack of opportunity.
Well, I
you.
mean, he wouldn't
He-
be able to.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah, because you have mobile. So he'll just, instead of running in, he seemingly fades into mist to just snap like right in front of you, and he's gonna take.
Not fair.
Not fair. He takes 3 swipe at you. Why is that in GM? Let me hold on. I'll fix this. Advantage toggle, whisper toggle. There we go. The first one was a 14.
Miss. I step kindly to the side.
And I'll say that he's like he's not holding back. Like so he's slashing you, but he's not in the sense of like, trying to kill you. You can at least get that from him.
Was that a 20 that hit?
Yeah, the 20 was the second one.
Okay, yeah, the 20 hits.
Alrighty. And then he'll follow up with the final one. And then he just kind of like stands there and he's just like he'll he'll let it go on a little bit longer.
I've had dog fights that are worse than that. I'll slash.
Well,
him
it
with
seems
the
like your
short sword.
shit talking hasn't changed. Oh, nice. All right.
I stab
You
him with
managed
that.
to get past his guard and stab him like right in a chink in his armor underneath his right armpit.
And let's
And then,
make this a stunning strike.
oh, all right. So that second one will hit. Alrighty, so you punch him, and this one's just like a direct one to the stomach, and it seems to kind of like knock him off balance. Let's see, he's got to make a
DC 16.
con save. Yeah. Nope.
All right, time to fuck him up. And then flurry of blows, punch. Supposed to be at advantage. Let me roll another one without advantage.
Yeah, see if you.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
27.
then the second one. Bop, bop.
Alrighty, you just bam, bam, and you immediately just send him flying, and he gets knocked down on his ass. And at that point, well, actually, he wouldn't be able to immediately get out of it because technically. But I'll just say for the purpose of this, since it's like a more looser thing, he just gets up and he goes, "All right, well, it might not be with the sword, but at least I know you can take care of yourself." And
I'll toss the sword.
I
back to
recognize a
whoever-
few old moves to those.
Toss the sword
Alright.
back to whoever gave it to me.
Yeah, the one guy off on the end will just catch it. At least I know that you're you now. I recognize the stances anywhere. I'd know my own stances mirrored back at me. Although your footing was a little off on that first one.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's up. Maybe just the nerves, I guess.
I just realized you guys were betting.
We were eating snacks and betting. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I imagine your Lord Father will want to see you. And you would watch as some of the wounds inflicted on him, at least in terms of like the stab, seemingly has already healed.
The bruising won't go away.
The bruising won't go right away. Come on in.
Wait.
And he'll start walking over this way.
Hey, Stark, you haven't by chance seen a 13-year-old girl likes to wear purple?
Not that I remember. We've had a number of Ishtani come by lately, and they like to wear their bright colors.
She ain't a Vistani. She's a Barovian little girl. Girl from Barovia that has gone missing, that we're looking for.
No, afraid not. He'll like stop around the fountain, turn around, and look at the two of you. Oh, come on, you're with him, aren't you?
If he causes, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how it works here.
Well, he's the
Mm,
son of the Lord.
bad
If you're
for-
with him, you can come in.
Yeah, they're welcome here.
I'll head on up the stairs, and I'll move you on over.
Is the fountain working or not?
Uh,
Like, is it an empty fountain?
it is currently empty, but you see what appears to be stains of blood.
Oh, they got the punch fountain.
Uh, no.
Is becoming in. He would lead you through the foyer and into essentially the
foyer?
throne room. The foyer. Yay! and there you would see, sitting upon his throne, your Lord Father, Gerhard von Schrödinger. Give you a little jump scare of Papa.
Hey, amigo, are we supposed to bow here, or how does it work here?
I don't know. I never bowed.
Stark will proceed up to like around here, kind of like making sure along the way that you're following behind him, and he'll go, announcing the return of the heir to the von Schrödinger house, Inigo von Schrödinger and company. Your father would lean forward and look directly at you, Inigo, and go, well, you finally return after all these years.
Well, I felt it was time I needed to return home.
They see, and that has nothing to do with the Master's plans.
Uh, no, not exactly. I was kind of brought back slightly before I wanted to come back. I wanted to wait another couple of years, but here I am.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed your sabbatical. While you've been gone, things have become difficult. There are a great many different forces attempting to impede the Master's grand plans, namely such this Winter Splinter has been a thorn in my side.
You have a splinter from winter, you could say.
Yes, funny. Absolutely hilarious. Minus 2 what?
He's rating my accent.
So these friends of yours, are they from the outside world?
Yes, they helped me solve a case with in a city called Walterdeep. About the same mile wide, about Vilakie, but much more denser. Lots of people to prey upon there, and we solved a vampire was draining their victims completely dry, and we solved that case.
So what? You exposed one of your kin to the filthy humans?
Well, we racked up quite a death toll. Kind of needed to make a living, and well, yes, yeah, kind. You could say that. Yes.
You disappoint me, son. You had an entire city full of cattle, and you did not take advantage of it for yourself, and instead you send one of our own kin to be dealt with like a mere animal by these humans. You know that they are beneath us. You have changed in your ways.
I'll tell you the whole story later, Father. But we're here to offer our services in aiding you with the Winter Splinter and the werewolves that plague the forest to the east.
That is true. It would save me a number of house guards. At the very least, I can trust you, I hope, to still have the interests of the house close to your heart. For after all, you know that if you do not perform, what fate might await your dear mother.
Where is she?
She has been taken away from me for now. It would seem that you spoke to our master upon your arrival here. I would like to personally thank you for that. For now I'm having to jump and leap through the hoops so as to gain his favor back.
Well, you shouldn't have taken her in the first place. Of course, that would mean I'd not exist, but, well, she is of the protected folk here.
While you have a point about this, as the master himself had said as much, it does not please me that you would so quickly throw your dear father to the wolves.
I thought you were going to say under the bus.
No, because that that
does
doesn't make
not
sense.
sense.
Under the carriage.
The fuck's a bus, father?
No, throwing people to the wolves.
Yeah.
That one made sense.
Made sense for vampires, yes.
And literally happened in Sparta.
or feeding people to the lions in Rome. Well. While I find myself in a bit of a mood, you are still my son, and this remains your home. If you wish to stay, you may, so long as you prove yourself useful. Until the time that you don't. So for now, you have free reign of the castle as you once did when you were but a young lad.
I know you'd like it if I were to return to that sort of attitude back then, but it will take time, father.
The time is something in Barovia that we have plenty of. But for the time being, I must go. There are other matters that I must attend to. I have a meeting with the Burgermeister, and regrettably, I must appear in person. Until stand up. And give you one last, glare from the balcony,
Kind of smirk a bit.
and then head off and exit the chambers to the right.
Well, it's been quite a while since I've had to speak like that, but, well, I managed to pull that off.
You still like pushing your father's buttons, don't you, lad?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, he probably shouldn't have let it slip how my mother was doing at the time. That did harm our relationship.
I have loyalty to your father, and you know this, but even I didn't agree with his choices back then. But the Count is making him pay for it nonetheless. So, you could at least trust that justice to some degree will be done.
I kind of like pat Stark on the shoulders, like, thanks for keeping watching the castle while I was gone.
What else would I have done?
Keep watching the castle while I was gone.
God damn it. But I'll say with that, since we're approaching the end here, Stark will suggest just give your friends the tour. I'll be out in the courtyard. Still have to train those new whelps after all. We've got ourselves an excursion to the southwest in 2 weeks' time. Perhaps if you've dealt with the Vargar by then, you could join us.
Fun. We'll see
And
about
he'll
that.
head out as well.
Come on, guys, let's go see if my old graffiti's still there.
And as you delve into the rest
Graffiti?
of Castle
Uh,
von Schrödinger,
Vandalism
Oh,
at
yeah.
the castle.
Sorry.
I wrote stuff on the walls and ceilings.
and ceilings, of course. But yeah, as you head into the rest of Castle von Schrödinger, that is where I will call it. I hope everybody
I
enjoyed.
think I managed a VHS tape.
What a,
That was awesome.
I
Thank you.
I think I pulled off a German accent. I think it was slipping into Russian.
It was very close. I will give you that.
It's the one accent I really can't do properly without slipping into a different
You have
accent.
shamed me, my son. You have violated the rules of our house.
see,
What?
You should have just told him that the vampire you got had gotten sloppy.
I mean, I'll tell him the full story when I can speak with him alone. But no.
Uh-oh. Alright. Well, the next session will be the 1st of February, usual time, 8 to 12. And we will find a way to introduce a first character. And then, yes, this is very the fun. Vampire time.